It's the best 9 inches I've ever had. I liked that they had semen sweets. Warren Sapp got bit by a shark.
She is a bitch. And this game is brought to you by Papa John's.
Oh.
Papa's in the house.
What? Yeah,
They recalled one of the things I got with the crate.
Yeah.
It was Infinity Gauntlet oven mitt. And they recalled it because it melted. People get like 3rd-degree burns because they grabbed stuff out of the oven and it melted.
So it's
to their skin.
Its only purpose failed.
Yeah.
Nice. That was Lucrate?
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything
and
about
it. I had it in. We never used it. Then we had a grease fire on the grill outside my house.
Yeah.
And my mom used it to pull out the grease pan because it was on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "It thing melted." I was like, "Yeah, I forgot." They recalled it.
So what? Did you get anything out of? Did you return it or what?
Yeah, but they didn't send it. Like I didn't have to send it back. You sent me a new one. Told me to throw the other one away.
That's funny though. I wonder what happened to the people that got burned.
But I haven't gotten a new one yet.
Oh.
So my mom used it to grab out the grease pan.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't get burned. It just melted. The outside melted, but it didn't melt all the way through.
Okay, so I did see you put stuff on there.
Yeah.
So at least for me, because I fell behind. So I didn't do the same thing.
Yeah, because I did some and then I planned on doing more and I didn't see any more. And then you said that we were going to do it next week. So I was like, oh, I have more time.
Yeah.
And then it just...
Yeah, so like I don't even have my own separate one. All mine are just all in the one that we can all see.
Okay.
It's going to be United States and Spain and gold medal
For what?
match for basketball.
Oh, yeah, probably. Oh, Ricky Rubio. Did you...
And Pau Gasol.
Who did Australia lose to?
The United States.
Oh, yeah.
To the United States.
Serbia almost beat us. Jesus.
They beat France, didn't they? I saw some.
Yeah, it's like I saw a Jeopardy sports one was like, luckily the rest of the world sucks at basketball, or this team would be the worst team out there. It's like, who was the United States? We lost by Serbia. We beat Serbia by 10 points only.
Yeah, we beat Australia by 15 points or 18 points.
Because Melo put us on our back.
They're all probably like hungover when they play.
And our best, yeah.
Did you hear that they got a yacht to stay on?
The cruise ship.
That's so cool.
Because the dorms suck.
Yeah.
Danny, do you want to start this podcast?
Sure.
Go for it. Go for it.
Hello, Milky Way Galaxy. This is your news speaking. It is week 8, and we're going to be talking about some new stuff that's been going on. The Olympics just started.
Woohoo!
We got Hunter here and Gerardo.
Hello.
And we're missing our other guy, Matt, but
Big Papi.
that's okay because we don't need him.
Matty
anyway.
B.
I heard Matt got shot with a paintball and died. So that's why he's not here.
Pretty unfortunate.
Podcast 8 already.
Yeah.
Making progress.
I mean, this is my 3rd, so not as big for me as you guys.
This is my first.
But I have a little surprise in this one also for you guys.
I like surprises.
Since Matt's not here to enjoy it.
That's why we can have surprises, because Matt's not here.
That's the surprise.
Surprise!
Matt's gone.
Okay, so quick recap of the past 2 weeks. What did we do? Chelsea AC Milan. Okay, so we all went to go see the first ever event at US Bank Stadium.
Sporting event, technically.
Oh, it was actually the first event.
First ever event besides the open house.
Doesn't that count as an event?
I mean, not really. Every day,
That's a lot of people.
Every day is like an open house for the contractors then.
Turn that TV on.
But yeah, so we saw Chelsea kick Milan's butt. What was it, like 3-1 or 3-1?
I called the score. I was so happy.
Yeah, you did.
That was sweet.
I thought it was going to be like 1-0.
You said 7-0 at first.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to say 3-1. Chelsea.
What do you think is harder, 7-0 in football or 7-0 in football?
What?
Yeah. Probably 7-0 in football.
Yeah. Okay. Thoughts that you need to share about the stadium or the football match?
I liked that they had semen sweets.
Yes.
No,
You want to explain yourself?
Yeah, we were just walking around and Gerardo stopped to get a beer, and they have suites. Since it's the Vikings, they call them the Norseman suites. But when I was walking, I didn't see the N-O-R, so I just saw Seaman Suites. And I was like, what does that consist of? That was probably my favorite part. I had a good time in the Seaman Suites.
That was a good part.
No, otherwise...
seeing actual, like...
Huge, so many windows. I loved that.
I know, yeah.
The window, the sun was like shining in. You could see downtown
Blinding.
Minneapolis. It was
Yeah,
kind of
like that photo you put on Instagram, you couldn't even see like half the stadium.
I know. You could
because-
just see like some of the players and people in the crowd, but no, it was cool.
I think Gerardo made a good point that compared to other stadiums, it's tiny. Like, although its height
It's not
is
tiny,
massive.
it's
the
average.
height is massive, but like other
Yeah.
stadiums can have 40,000 more than us. So it's 66,000, I believe,
Yeah.
and it was a sellout. But yeah, stadium is massive structurally wise.
Yeah.
And I think it was amazing to see like real football players go at it.
yeah,
You can tell the difference between that and watching
never-
MLS.
yeah, that's the only one I've like football game I've been to.
Yeah.
So this was really cool to see, and also, well, they were like the best teams in Europe right now.
Chelsea is. Milan's kind of faltered.
Okay.
When Arsenal went down, Milan did too, kind of.
Because most of what I heard was that Milan was better. Most people said that they were going to win. But
Okay, I never heard that.
for Chelsea, so
I think the weird thing for me is everyone there is a Chelsea fan. Like, no one had
Yeah.
Milan gear. That's weird how that is.
I know. Probably because we're so
guess
closely
it's the-
tied to the UK.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Americans like Premier League soccer better than.
Because I don't even know what Italy's
Italian.
soccer league is called.
It's just called the
Milan.
Calcio League, whatever it's.
Calcio?
Yeah,
Calcio.
it's soccer in
Calcio.
Italian. Calcium in Spanish.
Calcio. Okay.
I do hope that they do more painting, though.
Calcio.
'Cause a
Yeah.
lot of the walls are just like gray. And
Yeah, it's
They
just
should,
bare
use,
concrete.
they should use Sandy Hook Gray.
a different style of gray. Oh, okay.
For you guys that don't know, Benjamin Moore has a color that's called Sandy Hook Gray. Both Hunter and I work at a paint store, and we sell Benjamin Moore colors. And they have a gray color that's called Sandy Hook Gray.
I think that would be... It would be warm and inviting for the stadium. You just walk in there, you feel like you're never going to leave.
I would probably go there a lot more if they had Sandy Hook
I
gray.
feel
Yeah,
like
me
that those bare cement walls are gonna be covered with sponsors.
Like Bears.
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
Well, they already
Because
have
they're-
two polar...
Even if they just painted it all purple and gold, that'd be fun.
Hey, we got the Olympics.
Look, people running.
16 minutes already. This must be the 10K.
Yeah.
Oh, the women's 10K yesterday,
10K
a lady,
on a
yeah,
track? That sounds awful.
a lady double lapped some people.
Damn.
Whoever won the 10K in
Oh,
the women's.
like some countries they have. What?
Boo.
You turned it off.
Okay, so yeah, they should
Anyway.
paint out the walls. So yeah, Chelsea Milan, that was great. You're going to Metallica next Saturday.
Yeah, buddy.
All right.
Oh, was that Luke Bryan? Just kidding. I wouldn't go to that.
I go for Little Big Town though.
Yeah, I would.
So
When was that?
that is the Sunday.
That's
Oh,
Friday.
it's still coming up.
Yeah,
It's Friday.
Friday. Oh, day before.
Yeah, day before.
Oh, so they did have the gigapixel camera there.
Yeah.
So did it? So,
Oh, yeah, you sent me the
Yeah,
Snapchat.
yeah.
That was sweet.
So Gigapixel is one of the coolest companies. They stitch together like thousands of photos. You can zoom in like across the city and look in people's windows. So we can zoom in on our faces from the field, which is really cool. Let's see here.
How do you look that up?
It's Gigapixel probably.
Gigapixel?
Prisma and Microsoft Pix. You guys had homework. Did any of you try those?
I did not do Microsoft Pix. I
Pix,
forgot
okay.
to do that, but I did
Prisma.
use Prisma.
Me too.
Matt was supposed to check out.
Matt, you're off the air.
The first thing I realized was you're not supposed to do it with faces. I was like, this is
Some
like,
of them you
or
can.
people mainly, because I was kind of editing them with some photos of
Yeah.
people in them, and it didn't look right. It was off, but I had some like outdoor ones from like kayaking and that kind of stuff.
They look good.
And yeah, some of the filters.
Did you turn off the watermark?
Oh no, I didn't.
I went to
I didn't
post one on
really-
Instagram and I saw they had a watermark, and then you can just go and turn it off. I did look under the hashtag Prisma on Instagram, and I found some nice accounts that used the face one. Like they made portraits look nice with the feature. But I did like a
And
real,
that was a kind of cool one.
like that's sick
like
right
the
there. That
bridge.
looks like it's like a water painting,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
And then
Look at
like
you.
this one,
that's
I don't know,
that's
just-
the
it's like-
yeah.
stained glass almost. So Yeah, that was kind of
So Prisma, I think is 10 out of 10. One of the downsides. I mean,
but the only thing is that's cool.
yeah.
Is I don't know why you have to be have such a strong source of Wi-Fi to do it. Like I had to be right next to the router to have it work.
And it takes so long too.
Yeah,
I have good internet.
I think it's because they have to connect to their servers and they're like that kind of deep sleep Google kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's why they...
For me, starting off, I did 2 photos, and I went through and did every photo and all the filters, so I want to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
That probably took half an hour.
Yeah.
I want to use...
Some of them it wouldn't work until a couple
Yeah, and I want to use the app, but if it's that slow, it's...
Yeah.
I mean...
And then the other thing is you can't really do partial of the filters.
You can change...
It just looks weird.
Yeah.
If you try to
changing the intensity,
decrease it's either all or nothing. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But still, having all of it does some really cool stuff to the photos. And if you have the right photo and the right...
So, Prisma's awesome. I would recommend. Pics, hopefully, we talk about in 2 weeks. 3 weeks, whatever. Let's see here. We'll talk about Suicide Squad and Stranger Things later. What else have you guys done before we get into Milky Way News game report?
So today, I gave a homeless man a milkshake.
I also have a homeless man story. What's yours? Okay, say more.
I was at the Irish Festival all day today, which was awesome.
That
Probably my
it.
most favorite place ever.
That explains the homelessness.
Yes. What? No, but afterwards we were like, oh, we're hot and thirsty, so we got water and ice cream, and I got a milkshake. But I was driving, so I wasn't going to eat in the car, so we were just sitting there, and then we're at this stop, and there's a homeless guy, and I have my window down, and I'm like, I can't just not give him something, and I don't have any cash.
Don't make eye contact.
I just put it out the window. I'm like, hey, do you want a milkshake? He's like, yeah, dude. He's like, thank you.
Did he look homeless?
How much do people look homeless? I mean,
was he wearing a suit and tie, or was he?
Yes, a fat cat.
Okay,
he was sitting on a gold throne.
Okay.
So I was like, milkshake will help.
So this is like classic Minneapolis. Was surprised me at the U. I was like 2 hours ago. As I was walking here from Raising Cane's, right out front of the CVS. There was probably like a 6'4" African American who just like sprawled on the sidewalk. It's like middle of the sidewalk, like not even to the side. He was laying down on his side, screaming. So he was looking at the light rail tracks, laying down. He was just like, like, literally, completely doing that. And then, so this was going on for about like 8 seconds. I was walking up, and then some other lady came up to him. She's like, "Sir, are you okay?" This dude went from screaming. He was like, "Ah! You got $1?" Right away. Are you okay? Instantly asked for $1.
Probably because then people give him attention. Because that's like the biggest thing for homeless people. Everyone just ignores them.
His face though went instantly from pain.
Like literally just laying down, trying to go to sleep.
Yeah. And then just right away.
You mean you don't scream that off the top of your lungs when you go to bed?
I don't. It was so weird to see though, because I was right. Like the lady was the closest to him, but then it was me. I was just like, "Lady, I'm sorry for you."
Did you give him $1?
She said, "What did she say?" She said, "I don't got $1. I just want to make sure you weren't dying." And then I don't think he said anything after that, or I didn't hear it. Do you have a homeless man story?
Yeah, I was actually driving out of work.
You got a milkshake?
No, I didn't get a milkshake.
I want that milkshake though.
I was in Apple Valley.
You don't have homeless people there.
Yeah, I went to that little park by my work to
all the Pokestops.
The Pokestops.
Yep.
And I saw this guy was like trying to catch birds.
Kids?
I was like, no birds. This homeless guy. I was like,
Kids?
what? I was like, he's probably crazy trying to catch birds to eat them.
Yeah.
So he approached me and he's like, he tried to like talk and we talked a little bit. I noticed he wasn't that crazy and he was actually a Vietnam veteran.
Oh,
nice.
And he asked me if I had 350. That's when I realized he wasn't actually a crustacean from the Mesozoic era. A 6 feet tall crustacean from the Mesozoic era.
Okay.
He's like, you got a 350.
You got 350.
All right. Live action memes suck.
I went to a documentary film though.
Oh.
Last week.
Which one?
It was in like northeast Minneapolis. And it was just at like a church. It was a really small thing. And it was about these two guys that spent a week experiencing homelessness in Minnesota and the winter. It was called Cold.
Oh,
and
I saw a little trailer for that.
Yeah, it was really good. Like, I don't know, when they first were talking about it, they were talking about how they don't want to go out and make themselves look like heroes, because a lot of time when people do stuff for homeless people, that's what they're doing. They want to make themselves look good. But they just like kind of went out and talked to different people and like asked them like what their hope is, and I don't know, just kind of like spread light on what it's like to be homeless, and the one guy couldn't even handle it. He got hypothermia and they had to like go back to the house halfway through, but no, it was really cool.
And some people have to do that their whole life.
Yeah, that's why homeless people just go to California.
Hang out on
Venice Beach.
Yeah, there was a guy there and he had been homeless and he like got out of it, but he was like, after watching that, it made me happy to be homeless where I was. I was homeless in Texas. I was like, that's what I would do if I had a choice.
Well, it gets cold in Texas too. It gets it gets down to like 30 in like Austin, or not Austin, but like Houston or Dallas. Why does it keep?
I don't know why. But the tank cave was fascinating.
Search the U.S. Bank Stadium picture on Gigapix?
Probably. I haven't tried.
I saw it on Reddit.
Anything else?
I won't try it anymore.
I saw it on the Minnesota subreddit.
Any other things you want to quickly mention? Anything else going on in the past 2 weeks?
Nothing much. Just
what did we say we were going to recap last time? We recapped our Chelsea Milan. You're going to recap Stranger Things later.
Okay.
We'll talk about Suicide Squad later.
Right.
Squad.
Anthropoid. Okay, let's get into it. Milky Way News Game Report, edition number 8.
The game.
We have 13 items.
13 items.
A baker's dozen.
A baker's dozen.
Literally.
Nice view, eh?
Okay, nice of you.
I love China.
Oh, here. Okay. I don't think the mic picked that one up. You have to put that by the mic.
Do I?
Yes.
I have to put it over here.
Okay.
Sorry, Mike.
Number one.
Hey, too soon.
So number one, I put No Man's Sky, but I'm hoping when we record next time, I want to do like a 20-minute episode just on No Man's Sky for like a special. So we're gonna hold back on that.
Probably.
We're probably gonna beat the game by then.
I won't beat it.
I haven't heard it until you guys have talked.
So yeah, we're gonna have to hold back on that, Gerardo. We can have more time to gather our thoughts then. 'Cause I just got my hyperdrive, so I'm still working. So number two then. For the first time since October 2015, Xbox One has outsold the PS4 in 1 month. Woo. So in July, it outsold it. The president of Microsoft congratulated the fans. Thanks for putting us back on top. He said the quote, if he was going to be back on top.
Congratulations.
But if you guys didn't notice, the PS4 was selling for $399 for the past 3 years, and the Xbox is down to $250. So it took a $150 price drop for it to outsell the PS4.
Yeah,
and the PS4 is still up by like 18 million consoles.
Is it just because there's so many games that are PS4 exclusive?
No, it's because the Xbox One was like, it was supposed to, it's not a gaming system anymore. It's more of like a home entertainment system.
Yeah.
So
and Xbox completely botched it. They're like, you're going to have Kinect. Like, we're going to take away the features you like, and no one liked it.
And weren't they going to like basically spy on us in it? And then they were like,
there are some weird
the
shady
Kinect
stuff.
was going to be on the whole time.
Yeah, like always looking at you.
So you could walk into the room and just
weird.
say, turn on Xbox, and it would turn on because the Kinect would be on the whole time.
Walk in, turn on, Gerardo.
So it was a combination
I've
of...
already turned on.
Okay.
I don't have to say anything. I just have to walk in the door.
And there you go. Yeah, it was a combination of a botched launch and just an amazing PS4 system. So good for Xbox. It won't last probably.
Good for them for taking down the money value.
Number 3. Do you guys know what Project Spark is? Oh, that's the Gigaspot.
How did you?
There we are.
That's awesome.
Gigapixel zoomed in on us at US Bank Stadium.
So you just looked that up on Reddit?
No, I used Google Gigapixel because I couldn't find it on Reddit again. So.
Do you guys know what Project Spark is?
You're not.
Sounds like something a car company would do.
Well,
for electric cars.
No, I could see that. So it's a game that Microsoft released March 4, 2014. So the game was literally a game you'd play where you make games inside of it. So it's basically a sandbox. You can make your own world and then your own game inside of it. Back in May, Microsoft announced that it canceled Project Spark at a time which it also stopped allowing people to download the free Xbox One and PC game. Online services were kept up and running for a few months, but on August 12th, which was yesterday, the game was completely dark. So you could download as much user content as possible, but no more online for that game. So it lasted a year and a half only.
Wouldn't that take a while if you were going to create your own world and everything?
Yeah. So if some people probably spent probably 100 hours making their own kind of world that you could go explore.
It's cool if you have that much time you want to put into it. I probably wouldn't.
Here's the weird thing though. So though the game is shutting down on services, no layoffs occurred at Microsoft as a result. The game transitioned to a completely free model last year, and many of the game developers had moved on to other games. So which makes me wonder why they had to take it off online. Like I doubt it took up that many servers. Number 4 in the MYN game report, Harambe. In the game section, a petition has 28,000 signatures on change.org to add Harambe as a Pokemon into Sun and Moon.
What would his powers be?
So that's the thing.
Children?
Of course, Harambe would be a ghost type and fighting. The petition includes mock-up designs of what Harambe might look like as a Pokemon. He'd start off as Hambo and evolve into Harambe with the main abilities of Meat Shield. The design originated as the artwork for the unofficial Pokemon Simeon and Monkazuma, excuse my pronunciation, 2 characters in the 4chan made Pokemon Sage. Eric Creamy Memes created the petition 2 days ago.
I love creamy memes.
I know you would. 28,000 signatures in 2 days. Also with Harambe.
I like how much people just dive into memes and stuff that gets popular.
So Gerardo brought to my attention there is I'm with Harambe shirts, and I purchased mine this morning.
Did you actually?
I purchased one. It's not coming till mid-September, but I'm going to be walking around campus on the election year with. It's going to look so nice.
You could wear that and then be wearing a gorilla suit.
Yes, you can.
You can be for Halloween.
I'm excited to see if people laugh at the Harambe or get mad about the Hillary aspect. Because this school is very liberal, so I'll be curious to see how people react to that.
Laugh at the Hillary
Just wear a with Harambe shirt and a Make America Great Again hat.
Like what? All right.
Make the Cincinnati Zoo great again.
Yeah.
That was never great.
Hey, there was also a petition to change the Cincinnati Bengals name to the Cincinnati Harambes.
Was there? That's a good one.
I think
maybe they could win a playoff game then.
The meme is so popular because Harambe is such a fun word to say.
Yeah,
Harambe.
for sure.
Yeah.
If it was
so
like
African.
Yeah.
It's Swahili. What does it mean in Swahili? Like
I don't know.
Like gathered together.
One who dies.
Yeah, that's Pokemon-esque. That's Pokemon-esque right there.
What does Harambe mean?
We don't kill Pokemon though.
Yeah.
We do.
Other people do, obviously.
Number 5. Let's see. A new game called Abzu came out from the creators of actually that game.
I've seen gameplay for that. It looks really good.
I bought it. So the game company is That Game Company. That's their name.
That Game
Company. They made Journey. They made Journey. They made Flower. They made a couple other ones. I don't know if you guys played. I beat Journey a few weeks ago finally. So Abzu is basically Journey underwater. Takes 2 hours to complete. I'm about halfway in. The difference between Journey and Abzu is you don't play with anyone else, and there's a lot more sea life. It's basically just an amazing game. Like, there's no instructions. You start right away. You're a scuba diver.
Okay.
You just go.
The whole game you're a scuba diver?
Whole game for 2 hours. You explore this ocean, teeming with color and wildlife. You just go swim around. It's kind of mysterious, like mythical elements going on.
Mythical creatures and
not creatures, just kind of like weird
Harambes.
puzzles.
Weird.
Sure. And you just kind of uncover puzzles. So it's like Journey. $20. I bought it. I fell in love with it right away.
Cool.
I could probably beat it a few times. I recommend that game. $20 for Abzu.
Oh, it's not that bad.
No, pretty good deal. I recommend
Probably
you guys.
what No Man's Sky's worth.
Yeah, probably.
$20.
Well, No Man's Sky is $60,
Yeah,
but it's
worth 20.
actually worth like 35.
Oh, it's
If you guys ever get bored, watch like Let's Plays of Abzu and Journey. Number 6. Here's some throwback for you guys. GoldenEye 007. The beloved N64 first-person shooter has been recreated in HD glory by a team of dedicated fans over the course of 10 years. The mod known as GoldenEye Source received its first update in more than 3 years this week. It's free to download and features 25 recreated maps, 10 different multiplayer modes, and redesigned versions of the original game's 28 weapons. It was created using Valve's Source Engine, the same set of tools used to create Counter-Strike and Half-Life 3 games. So it's a massive step up in both visuals and performance for one of the most drastically dated gaming masterpieces of the last 20 years. No single player though. But if you're PC gamer, free 007.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
I saw it. Josh showed me today.
You did?
The little screenshots of it. Looks really good.
Yeah.
I'd play it.
Yeah, like I wanted to say it if it wasn't. I'm excited for it. I'm gonna look that up.
That would be a blast from the past.
Last year passed.
Promise?
Promise.
Bet.
All right, what are we? Number 7 of our Milky Way News game
7.
report. We have Square Enix. Do you guys know what their big game coming out is?
Stranded.
Something 15.
Oh, I don't know.
Final Fantasy 15 is coming out.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And Square Enix has announced the pre-order bonuses for FFXV's digital premium version. The rewards vary by platform, of course, and include things like in-game avatars. So, for Xbox One, the bonuses include Mazamoon, which is a weapon, 16-bit buddies, Angler Set Platinum, Leviathan camera kit, Noctis male costume, Noctis female costume, Carbuncle pet prop. PS4, basically everything's the same, except you also get some soundtracks. Season Pass is $25, and it's $85 for the bonus kit. So that's exciting, I guess.
I guess.
I've never played any Final Fantasy game.
I have, and I've never understood how they skipped from like 3 to 9, then to 11. Now they're skipping 12, 13,
Final
14.
Fantasy 7.
They skipped a bunch though.
They're remaking that one.
Yeah, that's gonna be like a 5-part disc, 2-part disc. But yeah, I don't get how they skip around. There's not a game for every number.
Isn't it because they made them
Some
and
interest?
Maybe.
never released them?
I'm not sure what their deal
Kind
is.
of like we landed on the moon with Apollo
Allegedly.
11, and then we jumped to Apollo 15, and then to like Apollo 17.
I guess it could be the same thing. Next one. Have you guys ever played Rainbow Six Siege?
Never played a Rainbow game.
No.
Oh my god, that and Ghost Recon were my childhood. Do you guys know what Siege is?
I take that back. I did play Rainbow Six Vegas.
Vegas? Okay, that was a decent one. Do you guys know what Siege is?
No.
So
No.
Siege is their newest one. It's teams of 5-on-5. There's only like one game mode. So someone's in a house or office building. There's 5 people inside. They can barricade the doors, and there's like a hostage inside or a bomb.
Is Papa in the house?
No, there's they have
olive oil.
to, they have to kill, like they have to run out the clock. Then there's the other team is police that have to break into the house. They can go like through the roof. They can break through the windows, blow up walls or floors, ceilings. Basically, teams go at each other. It's cops versus like hostage takers.
Oh, cool.
That's all the game is, which
And
is
so
okay.
they try to barricade them out as they're trying to break in?
Yep, and there's a lot of high tech things you can do. And you can it's team based. You coordinate. So if you're talking on your mic, like go through these windows at the same time, surround them. Someone goes through a door, or someone goes from the ceiling falling down.
I feel like that could be almost like a SWAT training.
Yeah.
By the way,
People in the,
Harambe means synergy in Swahili.
Synergy. That's Pokemon-esque. It has to be in it.
yeah.
So
I think that's why they named it that. They wanted it to be a Pokemon. They wanted it to be famous.
They
For
planned-
making
It's a
Pokemon.
conspiracy.
they planned
Yeah.
the martyrdom.
Harambe doesn't melt steel beams.
Got a point. So, Rainbow Six launched 9 months ago, and more people are playing it now than at launch, which is unprecedented for a game. The actual numbers of daily active users up 40% from 9 months ago, and the spike comes on the heels of new content. Rainbow Six Siege recently began banning thousands of players who have been cheating as detected by BattlEye. So, I guess this game is growing, which is surprising.
People are just kind of getting inside about it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, they're really strict with cheating in that game too.
Which is so.
Ubisoft?
Is
Is
it
that
easy
Ubisoft?
to-
No.
Yeah, it is Ubisoft.
It is Ubisoft. Yeah, they're really like cranking down on cheaters.
Is it easy to cheat in that game?
I don't know, but I just heard that Ubisoft is really.
I feel like, what else could you do? You could get like an aimbot.
Yeah, you can get an aimbot, but it's kind of the same thing as using a red dot. You can't really control that.
I guess. I mean, there's probably cheats that you can get because you can get like robots. So like if you go sit somewhere, you can get like a little robot that can go under doors with a camera, and you can see where everyone is.
Okay.
I heard there's cheats that you can get extra of those, so you can keep advancing to find where people are.
Yeah. Because they want to bust into a room that no one's in, so that they're in.
Yeah. How would you guys feel about an Elder Scrolls movie?
I feel like that would be really cool.
Gerardo, are you excited?
Not really.
Okay.
No?
Well, you might.
I feel like it would kind of be like Game of Thrones.
So what?
Yeah, that's why I don't really see it because there's a lot of.
That's true.
There's only a little news report on it. One of the greatest guys, the marketing exec Pete Hines, said that Bethesda obviously. Pete Hines said that Elder Scrolls would never be turned into a movie unless Peter Jackson wanted to be involved. Hines said Bethesda has routinely and continues to turn down movie offers in fear of people not doing the franchise justice. And Hines said, only Peter Jackson can make this movie if he wants to.
Wow.
Peter Jackson would be the right man for that job.
Yep. And I looked up what Peter Jackson's working on. I couldn't find anything. He's making like 80 avatars right now, so he can't.
Yeah, he can.
So I mean, if Peter Jackson ever wanted, he just got a job invite right there.
Yeah.
Which is huge.
That's a big franchise. See,
that's
I got
the aspect of Hillary.
That one. Or
Did
that
she
one?
say that or something?
Well, it's I'm with her.
I'm with her.
It's a parody on it.
Oh, I'm with her. Okay.
See, I got the 3/4 sleeve for $26. I didn't want to pay $46.
I want the hoodie.
I think what's the other royal blue or what?
A royal blue or navy blue?
Or red. Red would look weird.
Yeah. No.
Get royal blue. Get some color up in there.
No, I don't really like.
Get navy. Either way, it's good.
Yeah, I don't like colorful hoodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, bright
Either
blue doesn't
gray, black, or navy.
I just like black.
Black.
I don't
okay.
like color. Kind of like the Rolling Stones.
Okay. All right, Steven Tyler.
Yeah. Plus, bright colors don't really fit bigger guys like me.
You should
they're
only
not
wear
flattering.
Hawaiian shirts.
Yes.
No.
And you should always leave the top 3 unbuttoned.
If you catch me wearing a Hawaiian shirt,
And jean shorts.
please put me out of my misery.
I will hug you.
Just shoot me in the
You
back
don't
of the
have
head.
one?
Are you
They're
Harambe?
so attractive, though.
I have a kind of Hawaiian shirt.
Do you remember the Hawaiian shirt I wore from kindergarten to 6th grade? I had like the
Probably.
same Hawaiian shirt I wore to every music concert.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You wore a Hawaiian shirt as a dress-up shirt.
Yeah, the same one.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Do you remember when you used to faint
Twice.
at all of our
yeah,
concerts?
both times I fainted wearing that shirt.
Why? Did you just get hot?
Well, because when we were singing on that gym wall, we were fine. But if we were under the lights in that little
In the inlet place?
yeah, that's when I fainted.
So
'Cause you got too
basically,
hot from the lights,
when we were
yeah.
in elementary school, me and Hunter went to elementary school together, and we would do music concerts like probably every elementary school.
Twice a year, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Christmas and spring,
Yeah.
and we basically sing terribly and mess up good songs.
I was good.
No. And it was only twice. I feel like it was more.
Twice.
There were 2 occurrences that Hunter just fainted in the middle of singing, just collapsed, and the rest of us in the class are just kind of wondering, are we supposed to keep singing or what? He's just laying on the ground.
guys?
We thought he was dead, and then he came back the next day, and we're like, how did you wake back up from that? And forever he was known as the fainting kid.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't bullying or anything, but that was just always a funny memory. Remember, it was 4th grade was the second time because it was the day after we built the gingerbread houses.
Okay.
So like I fainted at that concert and I fell on some girl sitting from me. I fell on her, and then like
Fell on someone else.
yeah, and then like as I was leaving, like my mom carried out my gingerbread house, and I was fine. They're like, you have to go home now.
Did you get to eat the gingerbread house?
I don't remember.
Because you fainted?
Yeah, but I wonder what it was like for you guys. And just twice having
I
a
just
concert
remember
ruined.
seeing that and thinking you died, and I kind of stopped singing, and I was like, I think we should keep singing.
Twice
Maybe
though.
we should start singing like taps or something. Since
Just
you
to honor me?
Yeah.
If it happened the 3rd time, I would just be rubbing it in then. Okay, back on topic. God, I missed that shirt. Number 11, the Xbox One S, which is the same thing as the Xbox One but smaller.
Stupid.
I wrote, yes, thank you. Okay, that's why. The 2 terabyte model is sold out and probably forever. It was a limited time launch model, and it doesn't sound like Microsoft's ever going to release it again. Number 12. Pokemon Go earned $200 million in its first month, beating Candy Crush. From the App Store and Google Play, it got us $200 million. The previous record holder was Clash Royale with $120 million. So, of that $200 million, $20 is for me.
You spent $20 on it?
I did. I bought Egg Incubator and a couple lures in the first week. And I was happy to invest in it because I knew it was going to Niantic and Pokemon Co. and not Nintendo.
Yeah.
But I've totally lost interest in it.
I wouldn't have think Clash would have been the
No, me
next.
neither. I thought it'd be Clash of Clans.
Yeah, or I mean, this is just gaming apps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
How
from the
about
App
the Kim
Stores.
Kardashian
App Store
game?
and Google Play. Yeah.
I don't know if...
Did that die out
I
already?
think that died out. But the first
do you
just
remember how
girls.
big Flow was? Or
Yeah, but there wasn't
Temple Run?
There wasn't in-app purchases in Flow.
No. Yeah, it was like if you unlock
I forgot
more
about
kind
Flow.
of Flow.
Yeah, so
I was
like that.
addicted to that.
That and
on
2048 were
11th grade.
big.
Oh yeah, 2048.
I still play
and
2048.
Candy Crush.
Yep. Angry Birds was like the
Temple
first
Run
one.
didn't really have
First
in-app.
one. No in-app purchases.
You wanna know my highest score in 2048?
Was that what, like 1480?
No, it's come on, close. It's 101,624.
My record was the 16,001. That's good.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever played that. I just saw people doing it, and I was like,
Yeah.
"What are
was
you
it
doing?"
Junior year or senior year was that big?
Senior
I
year.
think it was senior year.
I was
Yeah,
in
because
the
senior
bros
year
class.
it was that, and it was that racing game. If like 4 people could get in the same race as each other, and there's different weapons. Every day, in Mr. Olson's class for math. Death race. Death race. That's what it was.
Oh really?
It was like me,
remember that.
Jake Wright, James, Taylor. I think a couple of the girls we'd always play. It's like 4 people get in the same game. It just like goes over like your friends, whatever.
Yeah.
So you start on the same map. You see each other racing. Then there's like various weapons. It's like
it-
2D Mario Kart.
Is
basically.
it like first person or?
No, it's a side scroller.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Really
that's what
fun
I
game,
thought.
though.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah, that was big senior year, at least in that classroom.
At least in that class.
It was like there was like 12 of us in Coke too. It was
Yeah.
tiny. Okay, number 13, our final of our Game Report Baker Dozen.
The game.
Throwing back to Gerardo and I's very first podcast when we discussed Red Dead 2 and
Yeah.
the future of games. Frag Hero reports that an anonymous source said the next game is titled Red Dead Redemption 2 Legends of the West.
Oh my god! You do not know how excited I am for that.
He claimed
Red Dead is probably my favorite game.
Yes. Rockstar's best game of all time.
Yes,
He
for sure.
claimed the game is coming out in the fall of 2017, probably
Really?
holiday release, and that Rockstar Games will announce it this year, though. So announced this year, release next year. It will reportedly contain more than one playable character, pulling out a page of Rockstar's GTA 5, and a much bigger world than the original Red Dead Redemption. So
Really?
they're definitely
That was a big
yeah.
world.
So they're definitely learning stuff from GTA 5 with multiple characters.
I kind of do like that
Yeah.
because the main character was awesome.
And
but
John
it's nice to-
Marston's
like if you could have like a woman there and then like
yeah.
one of the Mexicans or something.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
That.
Mhm. That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
No, I remember what I told you what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be the typical, stereotypical white cowboy, outlaw, Ifrit
John
slave,
Marston.
and
Which there could be, because this is the right time. They're like 1880s.
yeah, and a woman.
So you predicted this.
Yeah,
So
I wanted a freed slave. That would be awesome.
You guys
would
first
be kinda cool.
you guys predicted Pokemon Go sponsorships, and now it looks like your prediction of playable characters has come true. So Red Dead Redemption 2.
I'm
And I
so excited for that.
I wanted to be circling around like
What do you want?
slavery.
Okay, so instead of Manifest Destiny like last game, this game was slavery.
Yeah. So kind of like
So you want this to
more
be
like
a-
Django.
You want this to be a prequel then?
Well, it has to be.
Okay.
Remember, I told you because it can't be a sequel because the
Yeah.
last game ends at the very end of the Western era.
Yeah. Okay.
like
so
and
prequel.
you would think the characters would be helping end slavery. Is that what you're going for, or
No, they be yeah, like kind of like Django. So they
Yeah.
free the slave.
free-
He becomes an outlaw.
I think that would be cool. But was that a lot in the West? I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
the-
runaway
it's the
slaves and
South.
stuff. Yeah.
Now my question for you: End of Red Dead Redemption 2, we finally got the Gatling gun.
Yeah.
Or Red Dead Redemption
Yeah.
1. That was like the big tech advancement.
Yeah.
If we do a prequel, do you think Rockstar can make a sustainable game where the most advanced gun is a step down from a Gatling gun.
Well, they had Gatling guns during the Civil War.
Yeah.
It depends how far back they go for the prequel, though, I guess.
If
Because
they
it was
can go to like
the
1850.
1890s, right?
Yeah.
So it would be, they'd have Gatling
So
gun.
what would change from Red Dead Redemption 2 to 1 then? If guns are basically the same, I would say there'd be less structural integrity as cities, but the cities are pretty small in that game.
Yeah.
So what would be different then? Different setting?
issues going on at the
Issues,
time.
okay.
Civil War, like I feel like that is a really good point
Yeah.
about the slaves, and it might have the Civil War going on.
Okay.
Because
Oh,
this
that
one
would-
was the end of it, and it seemed to be entering the industrial era.
That could be why it's taken 6 years for a sequel, is during Civil War.
Yeah.
Like maybe that's one of the main characters in slavery. Yeah, the dude.
Yeah, and they could be the same as the 3 characters could be carbon copy of the 3 characters from GTA 5. You have your slightly non-politically correct but still likable
White dude.
white dude,
Yeah.
Trevor.
Yeah.
Trevor.
Not
Same
Trevor,
voice actor?
What's his name?
Michael.
Yeah, Trevor.
Yeah, Trevor.
Oh, yeah, Trevor.
Guess what I thought.
So he could be like a southern white guy that's kind of leaning towards freeing the slaves, but he's still a racist. You can have
Closet racist.
Franklin, black guy, that wants to get out of slavery
Wants to get out of break out of the like kind of black stereotype.
yeah, and then you have a woman that's like in the rich high class society and
Upscale,
wants to
yeah.
get out of there and go back to like being in
Wants to,
like Michael like being
Wants
in,
to
like,
break. She could be the outlaw.
yeah, she's
You know, instead of the male outlaw, she
Yeah.
could be in like a rich family, like husband and stuff, but wanna like, I don't know. I don't want to sound cliche, but like
be like the
break out.
Michael from GTA
Yeah.
5.
No, I believe. Okay, Skyrim, you could play as a woman, right? If you want to.
Yeah,
No,
you
I
can play
think
as a lizard if you want.
out of any
You
of
can
the
play as a kitty.
out of any of the studios, I think Rockstar is best able to like handle social issues like a woman gaming. I think they could do that. Do you think there'd be any social like? Would Rockstar be like? Would they have to show the slavery in an issue that relates to today? Like, would they have to make it like relate to present day issues?
I don't think so.
Or
Just show
or
it like
should
it
they?
was.
They could, but I don't think they need to.
Okay.
I think
It's
those
a-
type of games are more of a historical context.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like GTA is more of modern issues, or
Yeah,
other
GTA
modern
is more
games, 'cause
like
they have
a-
several
Yeah.
game systems.
More of a satire
Okay.
on today's society. I mean, and this is a chance for Rockstar to redeem themselves from getting all that hatred from feminists for GTA 5
Yeah.
because they said it objectifies women
And
in GTA 5.
Australia banned it.
Yeah, so
really?
When
it's
it came out,
it's a
yeah.
good chance for
They
Rockstar
thought
to
of
say,
that.
hey, we are not sexist.
Yeah.
Like we have a strong leading female character in our game. I mean, GTA 5 is a thing; it's a different thing. But in this game, we have a strong leading
Yeah.
female character.
Yeah, I felt like that would be a good one to end the game report on too, because I knew that would be like that's like a good discussion to have.
That's,
So when the trailer comes out, it's gonna be interesting to see what they're doing with it and what they could do, and just the fact that you guys are on point predicting stuff so far.
Yeah,
It's a lot of good predictions so far.
Yeah.
I mean,
We'll
and
see when it comes
if
out.
they name the runaway slave Django, I'd be so happy.
Right? I feel like I don't know.
That would-
They
Or
can
maybe
make
they
it-
should name him Harambe.
Harambe would be
Hey,
full circle.
and you're saying they're racist.
Well, that's just
Oh, come on! I didn't mean it like that.
you fool.
It's a Swahili word.
Oh, we did forget. Okay,
Well, we were gonna recap.
strange.
Life is strange.
Life is strange. You have to talk about. Okay.
I started playing the first episode, and it's definitely a telltale game. That's for sure.
yeah.
I feel like the kind of graphics
Yeah.
and everything are better than past ones. Like, did you play the Walking Dead ones?
I did. No, because I didn't like how they looked.
Yeah, because they were. I mean, I didn't mind it, but they looked like they were straight out of a comic book.
I heard good storytelling.
This one
yeah.
is
beautiful.
a little better, yeah. And I don't know, I like just going back in time and seeing the different options you can choose. And
So how far are you?
oh, not very far.
Okay.
I haven't done a lot, but Yeah, and then there's so many different things you can walk up to. You can talk to different people and read things.
Yeah.
And look at her journal,
Yep.
and see what she. Because when I first played, I read a bunch of her journal, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, now I know how she's feeling about this. But no, it's interesting. I'm excited to play more.
Yeah, and it's half open world because you can kind of roam around a campus or
Yeah.
something, and you can completely skip everything. You don't have to knock on people's doors. You don't have to take photos.
Yeah.
You don't have to talk to the teachers. But if you do, it adds to the plot.
Yeah.
Because your actions change the plot. I don't think I've ever played a game like that, and I'm starting to fall in love with story-based games.
Yeah. I don't even know.
It's hard to describe. I don't know. I've never reviewed a game like that before.
There's so much you can do with it.
Yeah.
You could play it 10 times and have completely different stories each time, and that's one of the coolest things you can get out of a game.
Yeah, and we're told we're a year late, and sometimes when you're late to a game, it's it doesn't live up to the hype.
Yeah.
But it's still a first time experience.
Oh yeah, it's definitely one that I want to continue. And then
I haven't played it.
how many other stories are there?
There's 5 chapters.
There's 5, and you have to pay for the other ones.
Yeah, I bought the whole season for $20. You can buy chapter by chapter though.
Yeah. Is that more expensive?
I think it's $1 more an episode.
Yeah, it's
it
a
works out to
couple
be.
dollars more.
Yeah. I think it's a beautiful game. I am excited to see if more games like that come out in the future where it's really. You're a 15-year-old female girl in high school.
It is high school?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's high school, but they live on campus.
Boarding school. Yeah.
The fact that they would make that game is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's
definitely doesn't have to worry about feminists.
Yeah.
It's
And I
all
feel
girls.
playing as a guy, you can still get the same experience as playing as a female.
Yeah.
I think it's a revolutionary game. I loved it.
Telltale Games have kind of created their own thing, and they can go so much farther with this.
And the soundtrack's good, the scenery.
Yeah, it is.
Did you see this about
Cool.
Tornado and stuff yet? Did you get to any of that? Tornado and the Dead Whales?
No. Not
Okay.
the dead whale of anything.
Because so eventually it's to a point where it's she has to use her rebound power to save the whole city.
Yeah. And you gotta do what you can.
Yeah. Beautiful game. There's some points, there's one scene where you have to prevent a murder, but you can only prevent it if you were nice to certain people along the game. My heart was racing at one point, because for me, the dude ended up being murdered, and I was like, holy shit, am I gonna go to jail now in this game for this? So I had to rewind and try to hope I could not get him murdered. It was insane though.
Yeah.
My heart was racing.
Because it puts you in the game.
Yeah.
Your personality and your ethics and everything, however you would deal with that kind of situation is how you would end up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can go back through and be a complete dick or someone you're not and see how that ends up. And it's I like that.
I think that's all we got for video games. Next, in a couple weeks, we're Baker's Dozen, yes, 14. We're gonna do our own Milky Way news, No Man's Sky report at some time. Let's see here. At some point, we're gonna do a little quiz where you guys have to figure out the highest sold consoles and games, but probably not today. So we can move on to. Are we calling this the unknown section?
The unknown.
That's what we're going with. Okay.
I can dig it.
I'll dig it.
Number 1, I think I said before. I mentioned that before. The Tarantino Suicide Squad trailer, where they took all of the actors from Suicide Squad or Tarantino movies and put them into Suicide Squad trailer. You guys should watch it if you ever get bored.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
All right, what is yours?
Mine, bare legs. So, a bus traveling in Vietnam, police got in and they found that 18 frozen bear legs were being shipped on the bus. The bus driver and the owner said that a man had paid them to drive the present from Laos to Vietnam.
Present? Okay.
Just 18 frozen bear legs. Where did you get that? The legs were from sun bears, which are
Sun bear? That's the name of the bear?
around. They're natural to, or they're native to Southeast Asia, but they're also endangered. So
okay, good.
It was
good.
really bad that they found all that.
Good thing we should kill them.
So they had to obviously confiscate it from the bus, and I guess altogether they weighed about 84 pounds.
Wow. They must be small bears.
Bear legs. Yeah, I mean I saw a picture and they were probably 2 feet long.
So there's just some kind of black market for bear legs then in
Probably.
Vietnam?
Have you ever eaten bear?
No, I
Would you
haven't.
wanna
If it's
try
at the
bear
state fair in
legs?
2 weeks, I'm gonna get it though.
No, you can't eat bear. It's against the law.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
People hunt them and kill them.
considered wild game. You can't like farm wild game.
But people
So if
hunt them
you
and
hunt them and kill
and-
it, you can eat it.
Yeah.
But you can't sell it.
No.
Yeah, you
It's
can't sell it.
considered
Like-
farming
'cause
if you're selling it for profit.
Okay.
What's the most exotic meat you've ever eaten? I ate camel, and that was
exotic
amazing.
or just weird?
Either one. For me, camel was exotic, literally.
Yeah, that is.
And that was weird because they killed it in the Middle East, but they shipped it to Australia for packaging,
Weird.
and then ended up in Minnesota.
That's a lot of traveling.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they're made to travel, so they have those humps. I mean, I've had turtle.
Sure. Okay.
That's I haven't had a ton other. I mean, alligator.
Yeah.
The state
I
fair
get- yeah, me
has-
too.
Yeah.
Good.
You?
Probably Mexican fire ants.
How was that?
It's good.
Were they roasted?
Yeah, they were roasted and they were with chili powder.
Yeah.
They
Lots
taste
of
like
cayenne.
peanuts.
They crunchy a little bit?
Yeah, they're crunchy, like crunchy peanuts.
Are they fire?
Fire ants have pincers, don't they?
Yeah.
What happened? Did they take them off, or you find eating those?
No, they were in a little bag and they were just the little torsos.
Okay.
And I don't know what they did to the heads or the pincers.
Mm-hmm.
So I had that,
Oh,
and I
threw
had
one by one and cut off the heads.
I was in Yucatan, Merida. That's the capital of the city of Yucatan. Had venison with ant larva sauce.
No, that's unique.
Weird.
And larva
That's
sauce.
that's the traditional
try that.
Mayan food.
Oh, I
Where
suppose.
do I find Mayan food in Minnesota?
What do they mix it with? Do they just mash it up as a sauce? or
Yeah,
what?
you just mash it up as a sauce with cactus, I think.
So it's a little like sweet.
So it's
Yeah,
basically
it's sweet.
Mexico.
It's like it's like prickly pear.
Okay.
cool.
It tastes because it's made out of the cactus fruit, so it tastes like prickly pear, and it's good.
That
Little
sounds
shredded
nice.
venison. Yeah.
I'd like to try that. That's exciting. I hope there's exotic food at the state fair this year. I want to spend some money.
Yeah, but I feel like it's
lion
not
lion
that
tacos
exotic.
last year.
Yeah.
You
Lion?
Yeah.
Lion.
Lion. Yeah.
See, no, I feel like where is
Why
that?
did they ship Cecile over here? I'm with Cecile.
Cecile and
We want to
Harambe.
get that shit.
Cecile and Harambe are both walking
Dude,
alongside in heaven.
I want to share with like Cecile and Harambe on one side.
No, I
facing
saw
each other.
this headline
Like, keep
on
doing
the
like a god
internet.
touch.
Yes.
That would
It
be
says
perfect.
Cecile the Lion mauls Harambe in heaven.
We lost so many good people this year. Okay.
Both are like kings of the jungle.
Okay. This next one I kind of titled Roomba Poop. So it's kind of just like a funny story. I don't know much about it, but it's some dude, some family. It was like a dad, the wife, typical like nuclear family. They got I think it was
Dad and a wife.
well, then the nuclear part. They got their freaking little baby adults.
Let baby adults.
So they got a new dog, a little puppy. So one night the puppy pooped in the floor when they were sleeping apparently, and at the same time the puppy was pooping, they had their Roomba vacuum going around, vacuuming their house.
Oh no.
And apparently it must have been some mushy poop, because the Roomba ran over Swedish church shit. Okay. Apparently the
I just
Roomba,
found that.
the
that news. I
Roomba
wanna
ran
talk about
over the poop and it smeared it all over the house. And the dad drew a map of his house, like the different rooms on the floor, and like a trail of the poop, and the poop went like all over the entire floor. So when they woke up, it was just
Oh my
everywhere from the
gosh.
Roomba. It was just a funny. It went viral, I guess, just because it was funny. He wasn't mad about it.
Did you have to get like all of his carpets redone though?
I didn't really read that much about
That'd
it.
be a lot of money.
The map is really funny.
Can see the exact areas it goes.
Number 4, the Explorers Science. Turns out there is an important protein in your body named after Pikachu. Pikachurin is an essential protein for the interactions between the photoreceptor and the bipolar dendrites in the eye.
Did they just name it after Pikachu?
I feel like this must have been named in like 99 or something. That's kind of cool though.
Why does it have to be Pikachu? Energy?
Well, if you discover something, you can name whatever you want.
True, but
Yeah, have you played No Man's Sky?
Bush to 9/11. Do you see my Snap stories?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
You see the Bernie Sanders one?
Yeah, I like the Bernie
Sanders.
I saw
Was it a fern?
Yeah.
Oh.
the ones I kept seeing Bernie Sanders ones, and then people naming aliens about dildos and stuff.
Oh.
And they had to work around.
Isn't there a filter?
Yeah, you have to work around it. One was called like Dildor on or Don or you have to work around it. I was surprised
Dildoran.
Bush to 9/11 was not censored though. My Pokemon ones are still there too. None of them have been taken away yet. Did I tell you that? All my Pokemon are named Bush to 9/11.
Oh yeah.
That's what I like to do.
I don't see why they take them away.
This one is kind of. I don't like having. Whatever. Kanye West has surpassed Michael Jackson with his 40th top 40 hit. That's as much as I want to talk about. Yeah, I guess Kanye West is big.
Yeah.
How? I thought everyone hated it.
I don't. His titles. His title is a Jay-Z or Kanye.
Both.
Both.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's that big. His music kind of sucks.
He wants Mark Zuckerberg to buy it.
You see, like a month ago. Yeah, I saw that. Like a month ago, he released a new trailer for his game coming out.
He has a game?
Yeah. So Kanye West has a game. The whole game is literally it's a unicorn ascending into heaven, and the end goal was to meet Kanye West's mom, who's in heaven. And he's spending millions, and he's already at like 10 million on this game, I think.
Is it like a for real game or
a for real game?
Like a shitty,
like a real game.
Is it kind of like Charlie's Candy Mountain?
But visually,
You are a unicorn.
It looks like if you were on acid watching Boondock Saints and you thought it was like the Mona Lisa of shows.
Yes.
It looks like that.
Okay.
So
it looks cool, but
Yeah.
you don't want to give money to Kanye West.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I feel like he just is crazy like this just so he can get attention, and that's why he has.
Because his $90 shirts aren't selling well.
Did you see
Yeah.
did you read his Donda plan?
No.
It's his whole master plan. It's crazy. If you have any free time, you should go and read it.
Is it like Elon Musk's?
Yeah, it's like a shitty Elon Musk master plan.
Okay. That's what do you got for news? Number 6.
Yeah. So there's church in Sweden that's trying to convert Muslim people to Christianity by using drones and dropping Bibles on them.
Is this?
Oh, it sounds like they're gonna have a lot of fuel for brick burnings.
Yeah.
That's probably all they'll do
So
with it.
the Evangelical Livets Ord, or the Word of Life Church, is planning to use drones to drop thousands of Bibles over Syria, hoping that they will lead some Muslims to convert to Christianity.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
It's crazy.
So they want to convert. If any radicals find those, they want to convert them to a more dangerous religion. Like what? Okay.
So this is just a waste of paper and energy.
And drones.
Yeah.
They get.
Would you convert to Islam if a drone dropped a Quran on your
No,
head?
I'd probably be.
I would.
I guess it's the only thing you
I'm
could
that
do.
easygoing.
I would
I mean-
probably.
When life gives you Bibles, become a Christian.
Yup.
I'll probably open it up and read it just curiosity, but I wouldn't
You wouldn't
Yeah.
convert.
I wonder if.
I guess there's a slim chance that people would open it up for curiosity and they'd be like intrigued. At
Oh, here's the
something.
thing to think about.
But that'd be like 1 in a million.
Yeah.
This is Sweden, right?
Yeah.
How are they going about getting this many Bibles in a translated version? Who's
Well,
printing those?
They're translating it to Arabic.
Yeah, I wonder like how the church is affording a company to.
I don't know.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
So
The
if
unknown.
they open the Old Testament, they're gonna be like, "Holy shit, this is
sounds
rad."
awesome.
This is sweet.
We're in Genesis right now.
Yeah. This is where it happened.
This is
right
a
here.
way better religion.
Go get cheap light
I
for
feel
your
like
doors.
you could just chill out in the hot tub with this religion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool
So
stuff.
it's
Basically
an
what life
evangelical
would be.
church, so it's
That explains it.
it's the only the New Testament.
Yeah. Danny, get us started on the next topic, please.
Sports report.
Woo! Sports. Olympics.
Sporta.
Oh yeah, Olympics have started, which is probably number 1 to talk about.
What's that?
U.S. is leading, and then
What is it? We're up by like 14 gold medals.
yeah,
over
and then
China.
what is it? China,
China, then Great
Japan.
Britain. Great Britain took third
Did it?
today.
So then Japan, Russia, because I know Australia was in 5th for a while.
Okay.
But yeah, last time I checked, it was U.S., China, Japan, Russia,
I'll keep talking. I'll find the medal
and,
count.
Australia. But No, Michael Phelps obviously doing great, and I think this was his last Olympics though.
Ryan Lochte keeps saying he's going to compete in Tokyo.
He said, well, I watched the interview after his last race, the IM with Michael Phelps, and he said that he's going to take a break, but he might come back.
Just like after London.
How old is he? Like 20?
No, he's no.
28.
Is this what Olympic? Is this his fifth or fourth?
Fifth.
Okay. So
Ryan
this is just
Lochte and Phelps have done 5 together.
and they did them all straight through and take a break.
Yeah.
I thought Ryan Lochte.
4. Was
It's
Lochte's first Athens?
No, I think it was Beijing.
Oh. No, I don't know.
That was only 2 Olympics.
Yeah, I think it was Athens. Michael Phelps is 31.
And then what is the
He'd
woman?
be 35, but
Katie
Tokyo.
Ledeck or whatever, she won by like 12 seconds and 8 seconds.
Katie Ledecky.
Yeah, she is the 800.
amazing.
800
Did you
freestyle.
see the 2x200 relay?
Katie's?
Yeah, the women's. She was probably a good 0.15 seconds behind. I think it was Australia when she jumped in, and she beat her by like a body's length.
That was the team's. Yeah.
Yeah. That was insane.
There was that one. Then like the 800, they showed 2 races. They showed her already completing the race, and like the camera wasn't zoomed in, but just coming in on the left side of the frame was the next person.
Yeah.
She won by like 12 seconds.
Yeah.
One of those.
She's
like
so
holy
fast.
Did you see the camera pan on her? Or like the camera following her? It was probably the best like camera work I've seen
it?
in
I
the
like
Olympics.
the above angle.
Yeah, they have the phantom camera.
That's the best because you can see how fast they go in
Yeah.
the water. It just looks like it's so easy for them, which I mean it
during
is, but
the race where Phelps beat Lochte, where Phelps won his 24th gold and passed Leonidas of was it Leonidas of Rhodes? Yeah, because Phelps just broke the record. It was like a 2,100 year record for most Olympic medals. It's like Olympus of Rhodes had the most.
Oh,
So
I don't know. You're counting the ancient Olympics.
Yeah. So he broke that record. But
his
during that race, CBC was reporting it, and they thought Michael Phelps was Ryan Lochte. So the entire race,
I saw that.
Lochte's gonna win. After all this time, he's finally gonna pass Phelps. And then finally, like Phelps' name comes up in his lane, and the reporters are like, "Oh,
this is wrong."
yeah."
Hey, guess how many medals Mexico has?
2. 0.
0. Medal count as of right now, I guess. U.S. is in first place with 57, 22, 17, 18. China has 41, so we're 16 up. Great Britain 28, Germany 4.
Cool.
Hold on.
Is this just medals in general or gold medals?
Oh, these are totals. Germany has 16, Japan has 24, Russia 23, Italy 18.
So that was the top 5.
Yeah, so 57 for U.S., 41 for China, 28 for Great Britain.
I love China.
Then Japan is 4th, Russia is 5th.
Okay.
Speaking of Russia then, so basically like half of Russia's team has got banned already.
Yeah.
Russia. So all of Russia's track and field athletes were banned coming into the games, except one lady. That was long jumper. Forgot to write her name down. Anyway, Russian track and field.
Ivanova.
That's her name.
There's just some Russian name. I made up.
Okay. So the last track and field athlete for Russia was banned today from doping. So now that whole team's gone. The paraplegic team was banned.
Oh my god.
Even the
the whole
it reminds me of that South Park episode when Jimmy was doing
yes
steroids.
Yeah, steroids. Yeah.
See, I wonder how they would be doing if they had all of their people. Like, was it like their best athletes that were doping, or just
basically everyone?
Basically. So they probably would be.
It was a state-run program.
Yeah.
So.
Do you watch the John Oliver segment?
Yeah.
Yeah. Government endorsed, because usually every Olympics usually U.S. and Russia going back and forth.
Yeah.
Now it's U.S. with China falling behind.
Yeah. That's why I was kind of confused, but.
Yes, there's that. More with the Olympics. So Lily Swimmer, she's an Olympic swimmer. She's a swimmer.
She was born for it.
She won the Olympic gold, and she keeps calling out. She called out Justin Gatlin, who's a U.S. runner, and another person, and said they should be banned for doping. Mm-hmm. And she called out like other athletes from Russia, say they should be banned for life. Then she called out the American athletes, and then. So Gatlin called her out then and said, "Who the hell is this chick?" Like, who cares if I doped?
Yeah.
And so that's going back and forth. And then Conor McGregor from the UFC is calling out all of the WWE fighters and saying they're all pussies. And he called out John Cena specifically.
Really?
And then Rock Johnson called out, what's his face, Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
Everyone's calling out everyone.
Doping?
No, just because apparently some kind of fighting.
Vin Diesel's kind of a dick.
Yeah. Everyone's
But
fighting.
isn't he
them.
like friends with?
Yeah. They must be touching though.
Yeah.
Everyone's fighting everyone.
No,
I guess.
he just has a problem that Vin
about
Diesel.
doping. That's
This
why they're calling
it's
him out?
not
This
about
is just
doping.
other stuff? Okay.
The Rock just has a problem with Vin Diesel because right after they're done shooting, Vin Diesel just leaves and goes back to like his trailer or whatever.
Yeah.
And The Rock just stays and buys drinks and food for the crew, and he's like, nice guy, The Rock.
Yeah.
And he's like to Vin Diesel, like, hey, why can you be
That's fair.
a little more polite and stay with the crew
Yeah.
for a while, hang out,
Mm.
not just go out to your trailer right after you're done shooting.
Here's a question for you guys about the Olympics that I've kind of been discussing. Do you guys think that professionals should be allowed in the
In what
Olympics?
sport? NBA, yes. What other sports?
All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for when Tokyo adds skateboarding in 2020. I'm excited for all the pro skateboarders to be in it.
Yeah. Because back in the day, it was all amateurs.
Yeah.
And then
Miracle.
Russia started.
Yep.
But yeah, a
Well,
lot of
they
people say
started-
that it should be only amateurs.
That's because a lot of other countries don't have the same sports rules.
Exactly.
We do. So
That's their argument.
Well,
but
they
I
started
think that
allowing
the
professionals because all the amateurs from Russia were trained military, so they were almost as good as professionals.
Yeah.
So that's why they started allowing professionals in to compete with like military
I
trained.
feel like it should be professionals because the
Yeah.
Olympics is the best
That's the
of
best
the
of the
best.
best. That's
If
like,
you win, you're the best in the world.
even
they
though
should have a amateur Olympics
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
a
What,
year
like,
before
some
the
of
real
them, it's
Olympics.
like, what's the difference, you know?
that's like, even though they're allowed, like, look at the NBA team. Our best players aren't even playing because they care about the NBA finals more, so they want to
Yeah.
win that. What else do you have?
Oh,
Like,
you have
other
on
sports.
the Australian team. You have like 5 NBA players. On the Spanish team, you have 3
Yeah.
NBA players.
Yeah. Pros have to be allowed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate that they don't have baseball in there because
That's
baseball,
coming back to it.
baseball
Is it?
would be a
I thought they were
much,
taking away basketball.
tried
much
to,
more
but-
of a fair competition than basketball because you have so many Puerto Rican players,
Yep.
so many Dominican players, so many Mexican players,
So many Japanese
Venezuelan,
players.
Japanese players, Korean
Well,
players.
Yeah.
That's why Tokyo's adding the surfing, skateboarding, baseball,
Surfing. That'd be
softball.
cool.
Baseball and softball are coming too. So Tokyo's going to be good.
Yeah.
Good question.
And it's going to a first world country.
Yeah, who actually has the venues?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I did learn about though, because everyone knows
Who
the
has
past.
more than enough money to pay for it?
Yeah.
Past hosts, everyone knows their venues go to waste. I did learn a lot of Rio stadiums are being repurposed. So like their volleyball stadium is
Okay.
going to be taken down and turned into a couple primary schools.
Oh, cool.
The broadcasting center is being turned into a boys' dormitory for a high school.
That's.
So the buildings are being repurposed unlike other places. So at least Rio has that going for
Yeah.
it. That's something.
Have some stability.
I think
hopefully.
Tokyo will be the first flawless summer games though in a long time.
Yeah.
Flawless.
Probably since
London. Why won't theirs flawless?
Oh,
they
London
had,
was- London
they
was
had a
good.
lot
Yeah.
of they had little controversies
Not as
because
bad.
of not as bad as Rio.
Yeah.
But I mean Athens wasn't that good because
They went 15
because-
billion over budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beijing, like whole pollution problem and several like human rights issues in
Yeah.
China.
In Tibet. And
You got
Yeah.
you kind of have the whole bombings at Atlanta, which
Yeah.
isn't good.
yeah.
So
That movie's coming out soon.
I mean Tokyo should be good.
Marky Mark and Jonah Hill are making a movie about the Atlanta bombings.
And then 2024 it's either Rome, Los Angeles, and I think Barcelona is putting another bid.
If they do LA, it's gonna be
Or
like
Madrid.
Rio. That should be Rome.
I think it should,
I think
should be
Rome would
Rome.
be-
It should be Rome because then all Rome has to do is clean out their freaking rivers and they're good to go.
Yeah.
Although, when is the winter one? Or where is it?
Next, it's in
They don't know yet.
They
Next one?
Oh, next one is in Beijing.
And then after,
Oh, really?
And then after you haven't selected the
South
one after.
Korea.
I don't know. They
Yeah,
haven't.
Because I feel
they
like
were like no one
were
wanted to
just
host.
in London.
They asked
Yeah.
Berlin. Berlin didn't want to host them.
It was on to Norway and someone else.
They asked Norway. They didn't want to host them.
Oh.
They asked Switzerland. They didn't want to host them either.
because they know it's a waste of money.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna go to South Korea. You said
Yeah.
Seoul,
Point.
Seoul, yeah.
Pyeongchang is hosting in 2018.
Pyongyang.
No, it's PY. No, it's
In
not.
China?
This is this is South Korea. This is a different city than it's PYEONG than Chang.
Probably like a
Winter city.
winter city in the mountains.
Then 2022 is Beijing,
Yeah,
and then 2026 they don't have yet.
Okay, which is fair, but
it should be Minneapolis, St. Paul,
They put their bid in for
the Twin Cities.
yeah.
It can't be because we don't have mountains for cross
Afton
country.
Alps. No, that's good, and the gymnastics team won, so
Yeah.
looking good.
Keep talking while I find
Olympics
future
are-
sites.
Oh, there's this thing
Oh, Salt Lake City hosted it before.
in Mexico.
Yeah.
They had a gymnast that was being made fun of in Mexico, a Mexican gymnast, because she was overweight. Well, she wasn't, but she looked overweight.
For a gymnast,
A gymnast,
Yeah.
yeah. She landed number 14. They're like, yeah, she was number 14 in the world. What are you
yeah,
of in the world?
yeah.
Where's Turin? They hosted
Turin?
the winter in 2006.
That is in Switzerland, isn't it?
Okay. So yeah, so right now it's Rio. Next winter games, South Korea. Summer 2020, Tokyo. Winter 2022, Beijing. And then 2024 they don't have yet. But I'm gonna-
Turin is in Italy.
Okay, I feel
Italy.
like then I would like it in Rome because 3 in East Asia in a row.
Turin is a city on the
Or
on the Swiss,
Australia or
Swiss
something.
Alps in Italy.
You know, for the summer, but I don't know. So,
They had them in
Interesting.
the summer in Australia.
Sydney?
didn't they?
I think I
2000.
remember
Sydney
in the 2000s. Yeah, probably. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
it was-
Olympics going strong, liking America, what we're doing, good stuff. Track and field just started.
The candidates for the 2024 games are Budapest, Paris, Rome, LA, Germany.
That's summer.
Summer 2024.
Okay.
Rome or LA.
I think Paris would be just
Budapest.
riots. Paris would be
I
riots the whole
love it in
time.
Budapest.
Budapest or Germany? I think Budapest should have
Budapest
it
would be amazing.
if they're able to hold
It's-
it.
Yeah, which I
Budapest is what?
Oh, Germany canceled their
Hungary?
bid,
yeah,
Yeah.
or Czechoslovakia.
I think it's
and
Hungary.
so it's down by 4. And actually, the Olympic Committee nominated Budapest. Paris's Sporting World nominated themselves. Some Italian place nominated Rome. LA was
Pope-
nominated to the U.S.
The
Olympic
Pope
Committee.
is advocating for Rome.
Oh, but- okay.
Pope Francis.
So I think Paris is ruled out. So Budapest, Rome, or LA. I think it's in between Rome and Budapest.
Yeah,
We're hoping
hopefully-
Budapest.
hopefully
but Rome would be good
Budapest is in
too.
Rome would be
Hungary.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
It's right on the Danube River, isn't it?
Danube, yeah.
Danube.
Fun fact, Budapest used to be 2 cities
Buda
divided
and
by the river.
Pest.
Buda and Pest.
Thanks, nerd.
Buddha, isn't that a god?
Fairly
I
newer.
didn't know that was a city.
The refugee team is doing good. So they're competing under the Olympic flag.
Yeah, isn't that like the first
Oh.
year they had a refugee
Yep.
team?
There was a couple. One swimmer won. Actually, the swimmer who kept like 24 people alive when the boat sank. She
Yeah,
won a
that
gold.
girl.
Yeah.
Syrian?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other crazy Olympic news we have to say before we can always come back? This will still be going on in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The Olympic pool was green.
Yeah. The green.
They fill it with Mountain Dew.
They had to cancel it yesterday because it was irritating people's eyes too much. All right, Danny. We'll come back in 2 weeks for more Olympic news. But
We'll see how the rest of them go.
you have Warren Sapp on here.
Warren Sapp, yeah. The NFL Hall of Famer Warren Sapp was bit by a shark in the Florida Keys. He was fishing for lobsters, and
He missed his mark.
apparently he was going after the lobster the same lobster that a shark was going after,
Okay.
and the shark won.
Typical defenseman trying to. Okay.
It was only a nurse shark though, but it bit his arm, and people kind of freaked out just hearing Warren Sapp got bit by a shark. But it's
Okay.
just a little nurse shark, and he needed stitches, and he was saying stuff about how he survived football long enough, so this is like nothing for him.
Yeah. Good for Warren Sapp.
More Olympic news.
Catching lobsters by hand.
I just wanted to bring this up. Hope Solo is a
Cowards.
bitch.
No, she's not.
She is a bitch.
Have you met her?
She's hot.
No,
she's
but
hot.
She has
ignoring the
huge
DWIs.
vagina.
Okay. If you ignore the
I
DUIs,
know one
the assaulting her family members, calling out Brazil and Sweden, she's fine.
She's a bitch.
Yeah. So you know how they had the whole Zika thing going and she was mad at Brazil?
Yeah.
In all the games, the crowds would chant Zika whenever she got the ball.
Crawling in my skin.
She tweeted a picture of like her bed was full of bug spray and stuff used for Zika, and on the bed was a Hydro Flask water bottle.
Woo!
Oh, so you want to say a dildo?
That too, probably.
For her feet.
That's
I
what
mean,
the
you
bottle
could use
was.
that.
Do you know she's like really into Arby's?
Arby's?
Good.
Yeah.
Like
Good.
food
She's got
chain?
the meats.
Good.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Because it's good mood food.
That
doesn't make sense.
You haven't seen the pictures from the happening?
I haven't seen that one. You should stop talking.
Yep.
Okay.
Not before that.
Sports report. Last thing I have. In Madden NFL 17 coming out, even the coaches are using Surface tablets. So a few years ago, Microsoft paid $400 million to the NFL to make Surface tablets the official tablets of the NFL.
Yeah, they kept calling them iPads.
Yeah, and that's the thing with me. So The Verge posted this on Facebook the other day. Their headline was "iPad-like tablets make it to the Madden sidelines." Like that pissed me off. Like Surface tablets are huge. It's like I don't know, but yeah, that made me mad.
You're having the people that talk on the NFL Network and the coaches, they're all like 50.
They all call
or
them
60,
iPads.
and they just see a tablet and they think an iPad and are like, oh, this is an iPad. You could hand them an HTC tablet and they'll be like, oh, an iPad.
Yeah, Microsoft kind of got screwed on that one.
Yeah, like everyone kept calling them iPads. They were like on the, like talking on the sidelines. And they're like, oh, we have iPads.
I remember when
Aaron Rodgers wrote his iPad.
Yeah, I
He
remember
got
that.
mad.
When what was it, like NFL Madden like 13 came out, as a loading screen started for the game, there'd always be the progressive ads, and for NHL, so it'd actually be the ads like in the loading screen.
Mm-hmm.
That always annoyed me, but now there's actually even like ads in game. Like you're gonna be looking on the.
They already had ads in game for Madden 16.
Okay.
They had Papa John's ads.
So now it's
in
just
there.
even more.
Yeah.
They're just oh my god.
So much money to come out of that, though.
NHL's okay because you have the ads on the rink,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
So they're always there, but they're not dominant.
yeah, but NFL was literally
Yeah,
like
they're
stop playing, look at this ad for a second.
Yeah.
You cut.
Look, we have
to
commercials
the
and video
quarters,
games
and they're
now.
like. And this game is brought to you by Papa John's.
Oh.
Papa's in the house.
Flamin' hot Cheetos.
We're not sponsored, but okay. So
Not sponsored, but we want
Vikings preseason game 1 yesterday.
Yeah.
I forgot
Against
the
the
one thing I hate about football. Every time there's a commercial break, they come back. This is how everything would start again. Like Budweiser, official beer of the Minnesota Vikings. Orthopedics, official orthopedics of the Minnesota Vikings. I was like, Papa John's.
All of them.
It was like 4 in a row, every commercial break. I was like, pretty soon you're going to have official sponsors of the official sponsor of the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
It's like, this instant
Well, and
replay
it's
is
like
brought
a
to you by
second-
Progressive. It's so annoying.
Well, and it's like a second commercial while you're trying to watch the game that you
Yeah.
just got back to.
Like everything
No,
has
yeah,
a
they'd be
It's
like.
so. Ugh.
like the Yamaha play of the
It
game.
ends,
Yeah.
it ends like play ends. They cut to commercial. Then they come back and they're like, "Well, they're replaying that pass," and they just show you one replay of the pass, and they cut back to commercial again, and then they come back and then they like say the whole list of sponsors again.
Yep.
Yeah.
So in like 10 minutes, they show you the
Well-
sponsors like 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I-
basically like, hey, look at all these things that you can buy your money on. Oh, and here's a little football game in there too.
If I hated football, watching that would make me hate America. Like it's terrible.
Don't worry.
It's basically America in a
Canada.
nutshell.
Go
Hey, what?
America in a nutshell. Football
Capitalism.
and capitalism.
Harambe.
Harambe.
Cincinnati Harambes.
I'm with Harambe.
Any other sports news? We'll come back to Olympics next time. Anything else happening?
I heard that football has started.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Hall of Fame game got postponed because people suck at painting fields.
Yeah,
Oh.
they used
Cement, basically.
yeah.
So the
It
field
hardened
paint.
the field.
Yeah, you couldn't even poke through the paint with your cleats.
Oh God,
They should have used Sandy Hook Gray.
that probably would have helped.
Yeah.
Benjamin Moore,
Pretty
the official
sandy.
sponsor of the NFL.
Sandy Hook Gray, official sponsor of the NFL, and all the other sponsors.
I'm trying to think. I think that might be it. We could go on to
Screen
this.
time.
Looks like our last section for podcast number 8, which we have 18 topics, which is a
Baker's
Baker's
dozen.
dozen. You know what? My favorite podcast is PS XOXO I Love You. That's what they say every time they start a podcast because they only do PS news.
I think my favorite podcast is Milky Way News.
Mine too. No, it's not. PS XOXO I Love You is much better.
You're right. I don't like myself.
Okay, number one is from Mr. Robot. The new episode was amazing. The first 20 minutes of the episode was basically a throwback to like imagine like Full House, like that kind of intro scene, like that kind of cheesy style. That whole first 20 minutes was that. Mr. Robot season 2 is getting much better. I love the show. You should watch it, but it costs money. So you watch it live on USA. AHS, that American Horror Story.
Yes. Do you guys watch that?
Is this about the Emma chick?
No.
Okay.
It's about the new season that's coming out.
Yeah,
I think it's
Emma.
the 6th season.
What's the Emma from?
Emma Roberts.
Yeah, she's in it.
She was in the not the last one, but the other two before that.
A picture just released that she's in the next one.
Yeah, she is. Okay. Yeah, there was a lot of discussion about what the next season should be of, and they just released that it's going to basically be about the back in the 16th century, the missing 118 colonists disappeared from Roanoke country and
Virginia.
the piece of history that people have linked with supernatural, and
Damn witches.
also like known by Croatoan, which was the word they carved into the fence to let people know that they fled to Croatoan Island. And American Horror Story is going to do their 6th season on the event, and it's said to take place in modern times and back then.
Okay.
And they're going to kind of link the two together, which they've kind of done in the past. Like,
Never watched it.
Coven, they did that,
Coven,
where there
yeah.
was like a woman that was from kind of the slave trade era and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That sounds
And
really
so
good,
they
actually.
know it. They're really good at paralleling
Lady
it. So
Gaga.
I'm really interested to learn a lot about that.
Mademoiselle.
And
Lalo.
yes, Lady Gaga's going to be in it again.
That actually sounds really good.
I know. I'm really interested.
I actually watched it.
finding
I
out about that.
haven't watched American Horror Story since Murder House.
I only watched.
I didn't watch the second half of the last one. I think
I've only ever seen 2 episodes of last year. I didn't like it.
I didn't like Coven.
The first
I liked
episode
the
was
other
good.
ones, though.
The first, not episode,
Season
was good.
Yeah, I like all of them except for Coven, and I haven't finished the last one.
Okay.
I started
Yeah.
watching Freak Show.
I think I only watched half of Freak
because
Show.
I started watching it with Jenny, and then we broke up. I never finished watching it.
Hour-long episodes.
Yeah.
Is there a release date on that or trailer news? Anything?
I don't think
No?
there is
Okay.
one. They usually start in the fall, but still filming.
Good news. Number 3, Breaking Bad's Michelle MacLaren is set to direct World War II film either Nightingale or Nightingale.
Nightingale.
A 2015 novel about French sisters trying to survive the war. This will be McLaren's first big screen feature. She executive produced Breaking Bad and directed several episodes of Game of Thrones. She was signed on in 2014 to direct Wonder Woman, but dropped out months later due to creative differences. So World War II film, so there's that one.
That will be
Dunkirk trailer just came out, which I'm still freaking out about. Anthropoid, Gerardo and I saw with a couple other buddies. It is about
That was good.
when Czechoslovakia was invaded. Guggenheimer Führer Heydrich, basically who created the final solution, was in charge of taking Czechoslovakia and crushing the resistance. And the remaining resistance, along with 2 London spies, were set to kill Heydrich. And it tells their story. I said this when we saw the movie, and I'm standing by this. This is my pick for Best Picture of the Year.
Interesting.
I think this is number 1, Little Princess 2. This movie was 2 hours long. It just felt perfect. I think it was a beautiful movie. Beautiful. It was a combination of... I can't think of movies. It was really good. It had the espionage part. It had... my heart was racing when they tried killing Heydrich at first, and something happens. It was awesome.
That was good. They really did a good job at making you feel
If you're in it.
nervousness and anxiety of being in that situation. My palms were sweating.
Yeah.
My knees were shaking.
My-
Mom's spaghetti.
Okay, shut up. And
You're done.
And a lot of movies fail to bring up points from a lot of other aspects of this. But so a lot of people in the movie kept reading like dudes like Jan and whatever Yosef. If you kill Heydrich, Hitler's gonna slam down on us and kill even more of us, and it'll be even worse.
So there's that kind of issue intertwined.
Yeah, and they actually talk about it,
Yeah.
and they show post credits kind of what happened with that. They don't leave anything out. Bleecker Street made this movie. It is amazing, and they have another movie coming out.
Yes.
September 30th, which you'll be in town with us to see. Go.
Denial.
I will not.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
Are you not living here anymore?
I'll be in California
You're going to California now?
for a week.
September 30th?
Yeah, last week in September I'll be in
Okay.
California.
Well, we can see when he comes back. So tell us what denial is.
So there was this Holocaust denier. I forgot his name. His nickname was Mr. Death.
Correct. Figure of knowledge, you remember?
Yep.
And there's this British reporter or advocate for the Holocaust that got into an argument with him.
Advocate for the Holocaust.
Well, not advocate but for like conscious.
An educated
on the Holocaust,
man.
Educate people on the Holocaust. And this guy is an unbelievable
Jackass.
dense as a rock. I mean, he even went to Auschwitz and
Stole samples.
Yeah, his reasoning that they didn't have gas chambers is that there weren't holes in the chambers, so they had no way of pumping gas into the chambers.
Mm-hmm.
And besides of all the other evidence that they had, the gas into the walls, there were like fingernail marks on the walls of people trying to escape. His whole excuse was that there weren't any holes in the chambers, and therefore they couldn't pump gas
I mean,
into
to
the
be
chamber.
fair, obviously I know the Holocaust happened, but if someone wanted to believe that enough, they could believe that someone went
Yeah.
up and recreated it.
So this whole thing became a huge case of freedom of speech. Like, how far can freedom of speech go?
The movie follows a court case, correct?
Yeah, it follows the court case, which was in England, not in the United States. So court rules are going to be a little different. Well, very different than in the United States. So that's also part of the plot, because I think
The magistrate, I don't think, uses a jury. I think it's all on her.
I think the person that's defending that she's actually American, because she's in a scene that they show. She's like, well, in America we would have a jury and then we present our evidence. It's like, oh, this is not how it works in the in England. And Moriarty from Sherlock's there.
Quick side note, I just finished season 3 yesterday. I watched
Sherlock?
Yep. Good.
It's a good show.
Yep. So yeah, I'm excited for Denial.
Yeah, good actors.
Yeah.
Guy from Moriarty, Rachel Weisz.
Is it going to be filmed as a documentary?
It's actually
Drama.
That's a drama. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like Anthropoid was,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
And the guy
That one I could see.
I forgot
But
the
if
guy's
it's going
name.
over a court case, I feel like you could do it as a drama, but
It's not settled in the courtroom. Like in the trailer, they even go to Auschwitz and they're looking at the ruins and whatnot.
okay.
Yeah, we watched the documentary in Theory of Knowledge.
Yeah, that was a documentary. This is a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy that morphed into a rat from Harry Potter plays Mr. Death. I forgot the actor's name.
Okay.
So
I'm excited. Also, from the first Batman, Batman Begins, the
Yeah.
Scarecrow,
Yeah.
he's the main character in
yeah, it plays
Anthropoid.
Joseph.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Yosef.
Awesome.
Yosef and Jan.
Yeah.
So
Been a while
Denial.
since I've seen that movie.
You want to talk Suicide Squad?
Yeah, one sec. So I think Bleecker Street's 2 movies this year. Anthropoid, Denial. They should both win Best Picture. Probably Denial
I
will.
haven't seen Denial.
I know. I
but
think it will be good.
I want to see it.
I mean, I'm not in
I-
denial about it.
So we'll see it. We will see
I
it together.
am fascinated at how dense and stubborn
Yeah.
this guy is.
And I feel like they're going to do a great job at showing that.
Yeah.
Because when we looked at the production company of movies after, their movies were all either 70% or 90% Rotten
Yeah.
Tomatoes. Good movies.
Yeah.
Anthropoid, you have to go see. I'll see it
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. That is
Um,
definitely one that I will have to see.
Okay. Some sad news. Kenny Baker. Do you guys know who
I
that
saw
is?
that. Yeah, R2D2.
Oh,
Man,
really?
he passed away today on
How old?
August 13th. I don't know how old he. I think he's 82.
Yeah, 81.
That's
81. So he
good
passed
age.
away
And
today.
Don't little people live shorter than normal?
I think so. Yeah. Terrible transition. I should have said a second ago, but there's a trailer came out today for Brad Pitt's new movie called Allied, another World War II movie. So that's going to be at least 4 World War II movies in the span of a couple months.
I feel like they're overdoing World War II.
But this one's different. So like Anthropoid was Czechs, Denial is the Holocaust, Dunkirk was Dunkirk, obviously. Allied, I think, is focused on a romantic couple trying to escape. So none of these are on like the whole war.
Yeah, before it was kind of just a broader like let's go in and fight, but this modern ones are more digging into
stories.
Like, they're doing individual stories that people might have not known about because they're overshadowed by Operation Overlord.
Yeah.
And Battle of the Bulge, D-Day, the Soviet
Hitler's
offensive.
rise to power. All that.
So there's little stories of resistance, like the Monuments Men,
Good movie.
Anthropoid.
Yeah.
Dunkirk.
Even they made one about like
little
kind of the
stories
French
that they don't know.
resistance, because I'd be really interested in that.
Oh, that would be interesting. Seeing them build a wall inside of the forest because I think.
And how half of them were on the side of the Germans and half weren't, and like conspiracies between that. That would be sweet.
Side note: Mr. Death's name is Fred Luchter.
Fred Luchter. Lucifer. Side
He's
note.
still alive. He's 73 years
In
old.
the Dunkirk trailer, the sound overheard at the end of the trailer is the Luftwaffe dive bombers, which is amazing because they actually
It's actually
show
pronounced
it.
Luftwaffe.
Okay, I don't believe you.
It's German. W
Also,
pronounces V's.
during Anthropoid, Scotty because Scotty, I hate Scotty so much because he actually might know more about World War II than me, at least technology. He kept pointing out the different vehicles and guns. Like, he couldn't believe they actually showed those because it's hard to get replicas for those.
Yeah.
And like that just made it mean even more to me and probably even more to him because he actually knew what those were.
Yeah.
Awesomeness.
It's crazy that he knows all about that.
Okay, going from great movies to fun movies, Bad Boys 3 has been pushed back to early 2018. The movie starring Martin Lawrence and Will Smith is titled Bad Boys for Life. I like those movies.
They're fun.
You don't ever seen them?
Haven't seen them.
Okay.
I saw the second one. It was fun.
Second one's the one where they put the coke in the coffin, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I love both. I have both
With
on DVD.
the one with the voodoo.
Yeah.
Haitian guys.
I have my Bad Boy DVDs right next to my Eastbound and Down DVDs, just because like the covers look similar. Making a Murderer news, which we talked about last week. Brendan Dassey will be free in 90 days if the state does not refile. So Dassey was whenever Stephen Avery was convicted of murder, Brendan Dassey was his neighbor, 17 years old, mental issues, and the police interrogated him without a parent, and they coerced his answers. Like they made him say this, like you did kill this lady, didn't you? Kind of because mentally challenged, it's kind of difficult to answer.
It's hard for him to contradict.
So eventually he confessed to it, which he didn't do, and now he's going to be free, which is awesome. It's making the headlines. It'll be interesting to see how it affects season 2, and also Stephen Avery's case. If this is showing like one of 2 convictions is wrong, with Stephen Avery also framed. That's news.
So much frames. It's like going to a picture store.
I'm going to butcher this name, but you're going to know it. Lando Calrissian.
Lando Calrissian.
Do you know what the news is about him?
Yeah.
Say it.
Childish Gambino, a.k.a. Donald Glover.
No.
It's in the lead of
Is he?
to play. Yeah, Gambino.
Okay.
He's in the lead of all the candidates to play Lando Calrissian on the young Han Solo movie. Yep. And he is the favorite of all of them from the directors.
His new show comes out too.
Yeah. Something Atlanta.
Yeah. Like it's either like I Am Donald or Atlanta, but
Yeah.
show about him and him hating stuff or something.
I fully understand.
Good job, Trump. Good to see you're still awake.
I love Donald
And it
Glover.
only makes common sense.
He was my favorite in Martian.
I love his music.
Community.
I love his comedy.
Community.
I love his acting in
Community.
Community and The Martian.
Community. Martian.
Community.
I like his acting.
I like his music. He's a really talented rapper.
Community.
The Stranger Things soundtrack. Oh, also there's a new Rogue One trailer that came out.
I saw that.
So some of the reshoots were in it. The reshoots looks like it paid off. Okay. I'm gonna say this. Star Wars Episode 7, good movie. The worst Star Wars.
Yes.
Was not a Star Wars movie. It was just a sci-fi movie.
Yep.
It was terrible. J.J. Abrams tried his best, but failed to live up to it. Rogue One looks like a Star Wars movie.
Okay.
Like,
Is it the same director though?
No.
Good. Sorry.
different director. And
Sorry, I mean, you're
the
a much better director than I will ever be, but...
the best character of all Star Wars is back. Darth Vader.
Jar Jar Binks is back.
Jar Jar and the Ewoks. Where are the
Jar Jar and Wicket team up
Jar Jar is a Sith
take
Lord.
over the world.
Yeah, I've seen that theory.
He's a Sith Lord, you know that?
And he got behind all of them in the first movies.
I love reading
I'm
about the Sith
so
Lord.
excited that Darth Vader's back and that James Earl Jones is.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's perfect.
hold up though.
Dubbing.
F you. It could be Jar Jar with his ears down because they
Shut
show the
up.
silhouette.
Shut up!
Can you imagine?
Don't ruin this for me.
turns around.
Imagine
Misa
Spaceballs.
back.
Imagine Spaceballs with Mike Myers wearing the Darth Vader hat,
believe that?
helmet.
Yeah.
Like I can just see Jar Jar turning around wearing that helmet.
Misa back.
Okay.
Misa is a Sith Lord.
The Stranger.
Misa kill all of you.
I'm excited for that. So yeah, that comes out in
Misa kill all the
December.
younglings.
December?
Yeah, there are 2 space movies coming out in December. There's Rogue One, and there's a new movie called something. It's
Something.
It's Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence. They're on
I
a
saw that.
space station.
Oh, yeah.
And they're falling in love. The first image was released about 2 days ago.
Chris Pratt.
And J Law. God, she's awesome. Yeah, that movie is supposed to be good.
I love Chris Pratt.
Those both come out in December. So there's that.
Amazing.
The Stranger
Things soundtrack.
that has officially been released. I was listening to that before
on
you.
Spotify, on all of them?
Yep.
Perfect. I will be listening to that.
The first one that came out, I was listening to it because I put it on shuffle on Spotify. It was the song that the brother made for the guy that goes missing.
Should I stay or should
Yeah,
I go?
that was the first one that came out. I was hoping for
I listened to that after, and I keep thinking that there's a crazy thing that's going to come through the wall after.
So it's
so perfect.
I believe it's a 2-disc set if you buy
I
it.
just love the.
Okay, so that's exciting.
I know, but just like kind of the beat of that song.
Stranger Things is what we're going to end the podcast on.
Yes.
Finish now. So number 10, this is a big one. Okay, so Seth Rogen is making a comedy series about excuse my pronunciation, Kurzweil's singularity theory. Futurist Ray has theorized that the technological singularity, the moment when AI surpasses all human intelligence and brings about the end of humanity as we know it, will happen in the next 3 decades. In a new series for FX, Seth Rogen is ready to joke about it in the meantime. Speaking to Nerdist, Rogen said that he and producing and writing partner Evan Goldberg from Sausage Party and Preacher on AMC were hard at work on the script and were planning to film the pilot next year. Rogen was reluctant to give many details this early in its development, like if he'll be appearing on camera at all, but he said it's about AI. It's a half-hour comedy about the singularity, basically, before adding that the singularity theory is super scary and we're trying to make a comedy about it.
That's fun.
Is that animated or not? I'm not sure if it was animated.
I don't know.
I don't think it said.
Could be.
I don't know a lot about singularity theory.
Neither do I.
Have you played Mass Effect?
3.
Yeah. So you know about singularity. It's when AI takes over and humans and AI kind of merge. So
Like sex? Like smart dildos?
Smart.
No,
Like
it's
cyborgs?
like humans. Start enhancing themselves with like robotic
Botox.
parts, and they reach a point and like all that it's human is gone, and it's all robots that are left,
I hope there's a Sunny iRobot Easter egg in that movie.
or robots
So,
like AI takes over
Sunny
humanity.
winks at him.
can't hurt me. I'm excited for that show.
Yeah,
I think we're going to see. So Seth Rogen's making Sausage Party. I think I'm seeing that tomorrow.
yeah,
maybe.
Sausage Party.
That didn't look.
I don't really want to see it, but Noah called me yesterday. Was like, "Hey, me and Rachel are going to go see Sausage Party." I was like, "Well, if you go Sunday, I can go," but then he didn't tell me.
Sounds kind of.
I heard it was
Raunchy.
good though. Yeah, it's raunchy, but I heard it was good.
I've heard it's the best R-rated movie
Yeah.
of the
Oh, it
year.
is R-rated?
Yeah. Okay. Number 11. Ocean's 11. I mean, Ocean's 8. So the
Baker's dozen.
Thank you. The reboot of Ocean's 11, the all-female cast has a couple more actors: Kate Blanchett, Sandra Bullock, Anne Hathaway, Helena Bonham Carter, and Mindy Kaling are also in Ocean's 8 now, alongside Rihanna and rapper-comedian Aquafina.
Aquafina.
Look at that. Aquafina.
Aquafina.
So I am excited. The Ocean series is one of my favorites. I'm excited for this. I think it'll be good. And then, so that'll be a good reboot. A bad reboot, which I will never see, the Ghostbusters one.
That's bad.
It could cost Sony $70 million or more. That was the studio's last public. So as of August 7th, Ghostbusters had earned just under $180 million at the global box office, including $117 million domestic. The film hasn't opened in a few markets such as France, Japan, and Mexico, but box office experts say it will have trouble getting $225 million despite a hefty net production budget of $144 million. The studio has said $300 million is a break-even point, so it'll lose about $70 million on the actual movie.
Overall, yeah.
Although there's rumors that it might make it back with marketing, toys, and whatnot. But all plans for a sequel to Ghostbusters remake have been thrown out.
Yeah,
but apparently they're going
Paul Feig is.
Yep.
He said he's done.
But apparently there's going to be an animated Ghostbusters movie.
That's fine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you know what really hurt? That they did not open in China.
Didn't they?
No, because Chinese people are very superstitious, and they fear that people won't go see it in China because it's about ghosts.
And they think it'd be real.
Well, it's like people in China see ghosts as like very bad stuff. It's not like funny like in here.
Yeah.
So
It looks terrible. I never want to see that. The cast
No.
was terrible. It's just too
mean-
funny. It's fucking stupid.
I think
Did you see it?
no.
Okay, good.
What's her name? The blonde.
Leslie Jones at Amy, at Wings something. She played the girl with the
two
tiny arms
blondes-
at SNL.
The two blondes are the only funny ones in there.
Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy, she's overrated. She's
Leslie's-
not funny. Leslie Jones
too
is
political.
She overplays the black stereotype way too
Yes,
much.
thank you.
Yeah.
Way too much. Slow it down with the black stereotype. You have to be that
Slow down,
that,
blacks.
that black
What?
with the big
so
black
fast, I
lady
can't catch them.
that it's all about Jesus.
Jesus.
Testify.
She plays that way too much. She has to slow down.
All right, good point. Some number. Star Trek Discovery. The show is set to release in a few months. We'll have a female lead who is not the captain. I believe she's flight deck lieutenant or something. It'll be set 10 years before Kirk takes command of the Enterprise, and it's set on the Discovery ship. I'm excited for that. Bad Santa 2 is official. The Red Band trailer was released, just as raunchy as the first one. The little kid, you guys see Bad Santa?
Oh, yeah.
The little kid.
The kid's all grown up.
Yeah, he's
And
still
looks
in
the
it.
same.
Yeah, he looks. It's
Oh, who was
Billy-
that?
the little
Bob
kid
Thornton.
where Billy Bob wants to get the elephant for, and then he gives it to him at the end covered
Yeah,
in
but
blood.
what? Do you know who the actor is?
No, no.
Billy,
okay.
I don't know what the name of the actor
Probably
is, but
whatever that
Okay, look.
fact.
Billy Bob Thornton is a big actor in there.
And the little the African American midgets in there too.
Yes, I remember that.
Black
That's
is
like
it's a
the
good.
token
Whatever.
movie part.
Token,
They've
yeah.
never been to Africa, Hunter.
That's what's in the Bad Santa 2. Okay, that's exciting. Game of Thrones tour to play St. Paul's. He looks the same, right? Yeah.
He looks the same.
Watch the trailer.
That's fantastic.
After
The
this podcast.
kid, he was so chubby when he was little. His
And
head looks like an egg.
Yeah, and the video looks good too.
Oh my.
All right, Gerardo. Game of Thrones tour to play St. Paul XL Center. Here is some news about that. Enter the world of Westeros with the GOT live concert experience. Immersive musical and visual experience that will bring the Seven Kingdoms to life on a scale never seen before. Let's see here. Composer Ramin Djawadi, along with 4 orchestra and choir, will take fans on a musical journey through the realm. From King's Landing to Winterfell, along the northern stretches, the King's Road to the Wall, across the narrow sea of the Bravos, Marine, and beyond. That's coming to St. Paul. Tickets go on sale starting this morning.
This morning,
Do you know the price on those?
$120
Oh, I'm not going.
for normal tickets.
Okay, I'm not going anymore. Sorry.
I might, but
You might go.
I might. I
could
don't know
work.
yet. Might wait.
Okay, I had 2 more. So I had boring news about Disney making an ESPN streaming thing without SportsCenter on it, which is kind of stupid. I don't care about it anymore. Nostalgia Behold. Danny, flashback to St. John Vianney. What was
Reading Chronicles of Narnia.
Yes. Almost like you knew that.
Voyage of the Dawn Treader.
Yes. So, the Chronicles of Narnia are coming back. It's been 6 years since Voyage of the Dawn Treader.
And it's the next movie that they're gonna do.
Yes.
For the next
So it's
They
going to
already
be
did that, didn't they?
No. So it was yes. So Dawn Treader was the last one, which is third.
Yeah.
Now it's time for the Silver Chair. So it's completely new producer, new company, new franchise, but they're picking up where the old one left off.
They can't use the same cast,
Yeah.
can they?
No.
I think the
Yeah.
little
Different
girl was
cast.
like 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so old
completely
now.
different, but they're picking up a movie for. Chronicles of Narnia,
That
Lion
sucks,
Witch in the
though.
Wardrobe, and the Chair one. I think whatever the second one was one company.
The Prince Caspian.
Yeah.
Caspian.
And then
I saw that.
Dawn Treader was a different company,
Okay.
and now a third one's gonna pick up on the fourth
Yeah,
movie.
Dawn
Why
Treader
are
was
they
just Lucy,
doing
right?
it?
Movie?
That was
money.
the only. Lucy was the only one.
Yeah, and
of
the
them,
rat.
and Prince Caspian.
I
That
only
was my
saw.
favorite. That was my
Can't
favorite
remember the
Narnia
name.
book.
Which one?
Red.
Ratatouille?
No.
I
Yeah,
only
look it
saw
up.
Lion Witch in the
Voyage of the Dawn
Wardrobe.
Treader.
Didn't see Dawn Treader. I know it was like a boat and a painting. Didn't
Yeah.
see Prince Caspian. I remember the first one was super good because Prince Edwin, I hated who you were supposed to. Like that was good acting. One of the girls was super cute. The little girl was a great
she
actress.
was the other girl, the older girl. She was on the Halo movie.
Was she?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first movie was great.
Reaper Cheap.
Reaper Cheap. Who's
That's
that?
the rat. In
Oh, yeah.
Voyage of the Dawn Treader.
Oh, okay.
Reaper Cheap.
We read that. I remember that.
Yeah. I didn't see that movie though. I just saw
No.
the first two.
The first one.
It's okay.
You guys saw something I didn't.
I
Congrats.
still watched the first one. It's so good. We saw that in the theaters in 4th grade.
Did we?
Field trip. Remember
Did I
that?
faint?
Yep.
Okay. So we are. Let's see how much we have for the next video.
Sounds good.
We don't have that much for the next podcast.
I'll do the thing.
We can do
next
the taste
week.
test next one. Stranger Things. Did we talk about Stranger
We
Things
did
last
not.
time?
No,
Did you get to
we
finish it
talked
yet?
a little bit. I had only watched the first episode.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Life is Stranger Things.
Life is amazing when you watch Stranger Things.
The greatest
multiple
show
times.
of all time.
Not all time, but
Of all
Of our
time, because it
generation.
takes the greatest shows of all time from the 70s, 80s, and makes them into one show.
Great shows and movies.
Yes.
it is
The greatest show of this year.
fantastic. Favorite character?
The Demogorgon.
It's a Demogorgon.
Roar!
The little kid without teeth.
Yes.
With the big
Toothless.
eyes.
Face.
Toothless.
Yes.
Frog face.
Think you can ride him? How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay.
So good.
Good thing you clarified.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about though?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Veil of Shadows. The whole.
Upside Down World
The
was so
Upside Down
good.
World.
11 was a great actress, and the
seen
fact
all
that the
these?
kids
So
connected the
great.
dots.
Kids
All the
were like the
art.
smartest people.
The best part of that show was the casting choosing to do real kids.
Yeah.
That was the best.
And,
And-
great actors.
Yes. What's the main chick?
11.
No, the actress.
No,
Main character.
Oh, Winona Ryder.
Yes,
Right.
she was
She
amazing.
was
She's
so
from Minnesota, don't you know?
good.
That's why okay, I didn't know that. But
She
yeah.
just portrayed
The mom role
everything
was-
the mom was
oh.
feeling. You knew what she was going through,
She-
and you felt
yeah.
bad for her. Like other people thought she was crazy, but they made it so you were on her side the
Yeah.
entire time.
Because like the mother
and
instinct,
she
she just
was
knows.
right, you know. And she just, it was just.
And like
I liked the brother the most. I think
he was
his
so
character
good.
was great.
Yeah, and he was like torn up about it, and like even like.
tried to do it all on his own,
And they kind of had like the fake romanticism with the girl,
Yeah.
the sister, but it's not like there, but it might be there, but it's not.
It's like
Yeah.
a platonic
yeah,
relationship.
like she wants Barbara, he wants the brother.
so good. I love how secretive everything is, and then all of a sudden you just realize that you know everything. You don't realize it happened because every episode you're asking questions like, "What's going on here? I still don't know about this,
Mm-hmm.
this," and then all of a sudden it's like the last couple episodes, and you just like piece it all
You're getting
together.
it. Yeah.
like they don't even have to tell you; you just know already, and then you're just seeing what's gonna
And I
happen.
feel like everything. If you look at, let's say, Cloverfield, you see the monster at the very end.
Yeah.
You kind of see the monster here and there. They did it the perfect amount. It's not like the monster's a main
Or
character.
it's still suspenseful.
Yeah. And like even at the very end where it's
It's seen quite a bit.
or like what the mid of the season when it's coming through the wall where she takes an axe to it,
Yeah.
put on a rider, like
Yeah.
it's the perfect amount. It's so scary. Or
Yeah.
when they put the bear trap down and put it on a fire.
That was cool.
It's like it's still
that
can't
was
really
so
see it.
badass that the like teenagers did all that.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, it's just
and set that all up.
okay.
And
So
I love the location
yeah.
yeah.
in the
It's a
scenery.
little,
it's
little
like,
Midwestern
Like
town.
Indiana or Ohio or
Indiana,
something.
yeah, it looks like it'd be in like one of those, or like Wisconsin, and just like the small town woods. It looks
Yeah,
like it was
it's
in the
relatable.
fall, you know, and just like kids biking
ET
around, they
vibe
got their
going on.
jackets
Yeah.
on. It's just
E.T. and Goonies.
beginning of the school year, fall, which is like kind of creepy on it in its own. You know, it's just,
even the teacher from the
I
AV
love
club,
the teacher.
he was such a good actor too. And like,
She's like showing the little his
love
girlfriend
how-
all the horror movies.
I love how he would just explain to the kids all this deep scientific talk, and they're like, "Oh, I understand that."
The best part when they're trying to make the pool in the gym.
Yeah.
They call him like midnight. He's like, theoretically, if I want to make one of these, how do I do it?
They're
It's
like,
you told me to always
obviously,
ask questions.
It's all serious. Yeah.
Yeah, like, how do I do this?
He's like, my friend just died.
Yeah.
You have to talk to me. You have to tell me about this. Oh no, he was. I mean, he was the main one to figure it out too, because the kids learned everything from him,
Kid's
and
so
the
smart.
upside down, and because that idea has been portrayed in a lot of modern horror films, like Insidious.
It follows.
That's how the whole thing, like they called it the Nether and that. And so that kind of growing thing, and you don't know if the creature, the Demogorgon, is like a ghost or an alien
What is it?
or what is
Was
it?
it
You
created
don't
by
know.
the energy department when they were testing
when
something?
they're testing, but I feel like they happened to find it because they found the thing in the basement and they were searching it. They didn't know, and then I'm guessing they were training 11 to find it and kill it, which ended up happening. But so in the end, I feel like they weren't terrible. Like they were doing stuff for the right reason, but
Well, the doctor was
horribly
fun, though.
unethical.
The doctor had bad issues before.
Yeah.
Quick, when was this movie set?
84.
84. When was Chernobyl?
79.
Okay, here's a question I just thought of.
Yeah.
I just thought of this, which makes me curious. Almost every country detected Chernobyl radiation, like a couple weeks after it happened.
Yeah.
How did no other country 8 years later detect this giant? Because they said electromagnetic blast that created this fissure into the upside down world.
Yeah.
When the teacher said it would be like a massive place that everyone would know was there.
Yeah.
How did no other country detect that? I just kind of thought of that.
Detect the presence of it?
Yeah, like when did someone detect like this opening of a realm, like the teacher said they would? Because a massive amount of energy.
You're talking about in the movie they would?
Yeah.
Okay. Because
they said like
86.
That's what it would take.
86 with Chernobyl?
Yeah.
Oh, so this was before that
Yeah.
then. Okay, never mind. So tech gap is fine.
Also, do you think that 11 was that one testing woman's daughter?
Oh,
the one
yeah.
that wouldn't talk. And
The
she was
miscarriage
using the
one.
Yeah.
LSD tests and everything.
Yeah. I believe so.
I think that, and it's so sad because I wanted them to be reunited, but
Even that,
Spoiler alert,
the
too.
handicapped girl's daughter, or sister, who was taking care of her, even she was a good actress. She's like,
She
she lost
was.
her mind. There's no point talking to her.
yeah, she's like, and then she like gave them all the information they needed, and
No, I can see when the sheriff was smoking in like season 6 on his deck, middle of the night when then the wife came out, was like, it's freezing on here. Why are you on here? It's like, that's Danny right there. Danny-esque vibe.
83.
Why standing on the
That's where Stranger Things.
Standing
Okay,
out in
so
the
3 years
cold.
before. So we're good.
That's me.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay, so you could say like a billion good things about the show.
One thing I love is that the setting, it could not work in any other time period.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
That's why it takes inspiration from all those movies.
The story, you could take inspiration of those movies and make it in 2016, but it like the whole reason why they ran the experiments were because they were spying on the Russians.
Yeah.
Soviets. When what's his name? The guy, his
Brenner?
Will's brother, was buying all the guns. Like that wouldn't work right now.
Yeah. What are you guys doing with this stuff?
Yeah, I mean, teenagers fighting, that wouldn't work. And now there'd be like video of it all over the place.
Not there'd be cameras around the fence so the kids
Yeah,
could
there'd
get
be
in there.
cameras, like people with their phones, like all that stuff. Like this whole thing wouldn't have worked in any other.
They
area.
wouldn't have been able to have as
Yeah.
much power as they did.
Now,
Yeah.
did you guys see Super 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I've watched like half of it.
Okay, so now that you guys, this is Super 8 but in a show, which I love.
But they use the cameras to like videotape it, don't they? Isn't that kind of
Super
the whole
8?
thing? Yeah.
Yeah, the first half, the kids are filming a movie. That's when they see the monster escape from the
Okay.
train.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I also like the tension within the kids' friend group. You know, between Lucas and the main character.
Gert and Buster was the biggest villain. Bert and Guster. Psych.
Oh.
Yeah. You ever watch Psych?
No.
What's his name?
In the show.
The white guy. In Psych.
Oh, I don't know.
So there's like a black main actor in that one, and like the black kid in Stranger Things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's like
Parallel with
he's
that.
trying to start the fight. Like he's the yanking at this group of friends. But eventually comes around like, 11, you are the best.
Yeah.
But holy
he's always
shit.
like the chink in the
Two
chain.
of my favorite scenes, which are amazing, they're my favorite because they weren't really built around the suspense and whatnot. When 11 saves, what's his face from falling off the
When he
cliff.
jumps, yeah.
That's beautiful.
Mike. Yeah.
And then when they flip the van.
Oh, that was awesome.
That was so
like,
cool.
Right away, like, you can already tell it's E.T. instead of like launching the bike up, it's the van. They didn't cheap out. Oh my god. Beautiful scene. Straight out of E.T.
Well, and the thing about when she saved Mike, it kind of just
Stranger,
solidified
too. Yeah.
how close they are as friends.
That's the fact that she
And-
would hurt herself to save him.
Well, that he would jump off the cliff
Oh, that too, yeah.
for his friend.
Yeah.
And also, kind of the point he was at. Like, my friend
Yeah.
is missing and dead. We're not getting underground. The only person that I had is gone, 11, and Lucas is gone. You know?
Yeah.
There was so much meaning behind it that you don't really realize until you think about it more. And it was just amazing. He's just floating there. And he's like, how is this happening?
And it looked visually stunning.
Oh, yeah.
Even the scene when they're hiding in the bus from the helicopters.
Yeah.
Like, that was perfect. Like, you got suspenseful from that, too. Like,
Yeah.
who's going to get there first to him? Is it going to be the deputy or is it going to be the agent dude? Hopper, yeah. Okay, so I think you can say everything.
Hopper was on Suicide Squad.
Was
If
he?
you noticed.
Who?
Hopper?
Yeah, who?
He was one of the FBI agents.
One of Flagsman's?
No, he was like one of the guys on the suits when
Okay.
when what's her name, Amanda Waller was on the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
He was not the main general. He was the other guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's like a billion good things to give about Stranger Things. Is there anything you guys didn't like, could have done differently? I mean, besides them setting up the next season, potentially at the very end of episode 8. Is there anything you guys didn't like?
I wasn't too fond of how much they showed the monster at the end.
Okay.
Because I feel like it wasn't the best visually.
Okay.
It looked kind of fake-ish. And
Yeah. I mean, CGI wasn't the best.
I mean, they
And-
spent all their budgets on the cliff scene.
also, like when Lucas is shooting it with the slingshot at the
That
end.
was so good, though.
And then
They
you
said
think
he
it's
would.
that. I was like, come on. Like, is that important to add it into the climax of the entire show?
Well, I mean, it set the stage for, like, he's going to defend his friends, and 11's going to come in and give her life.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't think she's dead.
Kind of showed his character arc
Yeah.
come full turn.
For me, I think the only thing, I don't know how they fix it, though. I don't think Will's character was set up enough before he went missing. At times, like, should he miss Will? We don't know him enough.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Will had to go missing in the first 10 minutes of episode 1.
I liked that, though, because that was the biggest hook you could have. And
Yeah.
also, you found out a lot about him just through his family and friends.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was a really cool way to do it. That
I guess
they basically created a character without the
seeing-
character.
Yeah. That's how they get around paying an actor.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Without paying a child, that's just
Yeah.
cruel.
Maybe they couldn't get, I don't know. That was
I
awesome.
feel like he's gonna have a huge budget.
Anything else?
I think you said it all.
Okay, Suicide Squad is the worst movie ever made.
It's not that bad.
The fucking worst. Listeners, Christian, Suicide Squad sucks.
Hey, Mom.
What's Hunter's first name?
Aaron.
Suicide Squad is the worst movie ever made. DC has not had, besides Nolan's movies, every movie has sucked besides Burton's, Batman's. DC sucks at making movies. That's a fact. Wonder Woman will be good, but
I actually heard that Wonder Woman's it's not that good either.
okay, never mind then.
There was this person that worked at DC that came out and said like the main guy at DC is just not doing the good job.
God damn it. See, this, why
not
can't they-
DC, Warner Brothers.
Warner.
The main guy at Warner Brothers, he's placing the blame on other people. He's not. He's refusing to fire all the guys that he has that have been failing. And she said that Wonder Woman looks good, but the disaster was as big as a disaster as Suicide Squad.
And I guess it's not surprising because, like I said, McLaren, she was signed up to direct Wonder Woman in 2014, but then stepped down. And it's not coming out to next year. Like, this movie's been a shit show the whole time. But okay, Suicide Squad. Tell me why it didn't suck. Because it did. Besides the acting by the Suicide Squad.
The acting, it was good.
Yes, that was it.
Margot Robbie and
Will Smith,
Will Smith were good. El Diablo.
That's it.
Loved them.
That's it.
Joel Kinnaman was good.
Who?
Joel Kinnaman.
What character?
Rick Flag.
Oh, Flag was good, but he's not. I mean, yeah, he was in the squad. But okay.
Amanda Waller was good. Viola Davis.
Yeah. Okay.
Acting was good.
My fault.
Acting wasn't a problem.
I didn't like her character, but Amanda did do a good job.
Yeah. I mean, you're not supposed to like her character.
Yeah. Good twist. The good twist though on her being rescued.
Yeah.
Didn't expect that.
That was a good twist. Writing was iffy.
Shit show.
Editing was awful. They should have stuck to the dark tone that they had before. You can't edit a movie 2 months before it release and try to completely change the tone of the movie. It was supposed to be a darker movie, kind of like Batman vs. Superman. And then the trailer came out, and the company that made the trailer came out with a completely different tone for the movie. It was like they made it look like it was this fun, satirical, bright colors movie, and it wasn't. It was supposed to be a villain show on the original editing. They cut the Joker's part of the movie like more than half.
I hate origin stories.
I mean, in the DC is suffering from trying to compete with Marvel and make as much money as possible while they're competing with Marvel. Mm-hmm. I mean, they should learn from Marvel and what Marvel did. They did Iron Man, Iron Man 2,
Captain America,
yep. Thor, Hulk,
Banner.
They did 5 movies
good
before they released the Avengers.
Over like 5 years.
Over 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, Iron Man came out in 2008.
Part 1 of Marvel was good.
Yeah,
2 and 3
Phase 1.
bad. Phase 1 was good.
So what should have Warner Brothers do? First,
yeah, they should have.
Do a Batman vs Superman. Okay, don't put in Wonder Woman in it. Don't push the metahumans.
Yeah, right away off the bat, that was bad.
Just do Batman vs Superman. We already had a Superman movie. We already had a trilogy of Batmans. You didn't have to have a introduction, like an origin story.
Yeah, you didn't
for
need
either of them.
You didn't need Ben Affleck's parents dying again.
You didn't need an origin story for that. Then you should have done Batman versus Joker afterwards. Then you introduce the Joker. You introduce Harley Quinn. You maybe introduce Deadshot in there because Deadshot lives in Gotham City. So you could have introduced Deadshot. Then you do Suicide Squad, and then you introduce El Diablo, Enchantress, Amanda Waller,
I think
Rick Flag.
I think doing that alone would have led to a better Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah.
The plot would have been better.
Yeah, because you already introduced the Joker, Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Batman's beef with the Joker. Mm-hmm. I mean, it made it seem like Batman and Joker were they saw each other once and he escaped and then he took Harley Quinn in. Like we don't know who took the Joker into Arkham Asylum. Why didn't Batman catch him after he got out? I mean, there's nothing about the Joker in Suicide Squad. Yeah. So they should have done a Batman versus Joker movie.
But I will say that the same week Suicide Squad came out, Batman the Killing Joke came out, which I also watched. That is Joker's origin story, and it sets the conflict with Batman. Yeah. Which was good. So maybe I don't know if those are related, but
yeah, they should have done the Killing Joke between Suicide Squad and Batman vs Superman,
which they kind of did by a week.
Well, they should have an actual live action the Killing Joke, where you introduce the Joker, Harley Quinn, Batman, Deadshot, and you have that movie Joker going into Arkham Asylum, the Joker transforming Harley or Dr. Quinzel into Harley Quinn, and then movie ends with that chase scene. I mean, that chase scene was so much wasted
Which one?
potential. The chase scene after Joker gets out of the nightclub with Harley Quinn and then starts following him.
That was
such a waste of potential.
That was a wannabe Dark Knight just chasing.
Yeah. They could have done like a 10-minute chase scene if it was its own movie. The final, one of the final scenes of the movie.
Yeah.
You show Joker escaping. You show Batman taking Harley Quinn in to that hole in Louisiana where they have her, and then you show Batman somehow taking that shot.
The thing, they rushed everything. There's no excuse for it. So they rushed the chase scene.
Yeah.
Did you notice the scene where they create the villain? It's like, okay, this lady's in a cave. She found an artifact. Now there's an ancient villain roaming around. In 2 seconds, they created a villain out of nowhere. That was shit. They rushed it all.
So, and then Suicide Squad, you skip the first 2 scenes. You do not need those first 2 scenes with that shot of Harley Quinn.
No, yeah, that was dumb.
Yeah, you do not need them.
No.
Then you start the movie with Viola Davis going to the restaurant and talk to the 2 army guys and introduce all of the characters. You skip Harley Quinn. You just do a quick review of Harley Quinn. You skip that shot because that scene should have been in the Batman versus Joker movie. And then you introduce El Diablo, introduce Killer Croc, Rick Flag, Slipknot, even though he dies right away, Captain Boomerang, like all those guys that people don't really know about. Like, people know Joker and Harley Quinn. They don't know Captain Boomerang. They don't know.
Yeah.
And then you do Suicide Squad, and then at the end of Suicide Squad, you tease Justice League with Viola Davis giving Ben Affleck
that was not
the
necessary.
metahuman stuff. Well, if it would be nice, because then you skip the whole metahuman stuff from Batman vs Superman.
Oh, if you ignore that part?
Ignore that part, and then you have it at the end of Suicide Squad.
Doing both was bad, though.
Yeah, then that would be nice.
All right, I'd say my last thing to say was their score of like 20% of Rotten Tomatoes is too high for Suicide Squad.
It should be a 50.
Okay, anything else, Danny? You said a lot.
Yeah, well, I didn't see the movie.
Okay.
I will say this. Why did Scotland invent Scotch?
What?
So that the Irish won't take over the world.
Okay, that was a good transition. All right, Internet, we are 2 hours and 8 minutes in.
That is a long podcast.
Yes, thank you for listening.
Sorry.
Next week, we will be back again without Matt, but he'll be back for episode 10. Next week, Matt's on a break again from the paintball injury. Next week, we're covering space news, some political news, tech and science, one of our fan favorite sections. And Danny has a game for us. Thank you for listening. I'm Hunter Blazer.
Danny Colburn.
Gerardo Roca Herrera.
And Donald Trump, wishing you a good weekend. Good night.
Goodbye.